Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to my new moon in Sagittarius video. It has taken me a lot of effort and energy to record this video because I'm a Capricorn rising and Sagittarius is my 12th house. So I've been doing a lot of sleeping and sleeping and sleeping. So anyways, the new moon in Sagittarius was on November 26th, and we have this new moon cycle until December 26th, so around the time of Christmas, right? So I wanted to get on here and still talk to those of you who are still interested in what the hell is going on this Sagittarius season. So we're going to take a look at Sagittarius energy, the new moon, talk about a little bit about the new moon energy. And at the end of the video, I'm going to pull cards for all 12 zodiac signs, okay? So we'll just see like what I channeled for this. I wrote these notes a couple days ago. So you guys, we have a new moon every month, right? Every month we get this opportunity to plant seeds of intention. And new moons to me are more associated with new beginnings. So that's what we have here. I'm recording this while the moon is in Gemini. So we actually have a full moon on the 12th, and I'll be jumping right back on here soon after that to talk about some of the full moon and Gemini things. So we have moon opposite sun. I don't know if I needed to wait for Mercury to enter Sagittarius to be able to communicate some of these things, but I'm just going to trust in divine timing and that this video is going to reach those who it's meant to reach right at the right moment. So let's talk a little bit about Sagittarius, okay? This is the 9th house of our universe, you guys. The 9th house has a lot to do with our beliefs. So these are the areas where we could be planting these seeds. Now, we all have Sagittarius in a different part of our chart. As I mentioned, Sagittarius is my 11th and 12th house. So as far as the personal birth charts, that is where you could even know where personally this new moon is affecting you. But what I'm going to do at the end of the video is go through all the 12 signs and based on the zodiac wheel and your rising sign where this is happening. So you might want to watch for your rising sign. But 9th house energy, beliefs, philosophy, and higher learning. Some of the things that come to my mind whenever I think of Sagittarius, Jupiter energy. Sag is ruled by Jupiter. I do think a big part of this full moon is Jupiter's shift. Some of you may have heard Jupiter shifting into Capricorn for the next year. But what I want to do here real quickly is I want to look up the factual, this is the Gemini energy coming out, the Mercury energy here, the factual and logical definition of philosophy, because it is an interesting word. Like when I think of philosophy, I think of like that Christopher Columbus kind of energy, like that voyage energy, like kind of similar to beliefs, I guess. But we're gonna see what Google has to say and see what we can learn from this. So philosophy, the study of the fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, and existence, especially when considered as an academic discipline. So the study of theoretical basis of a particular branch of knowledge or experience, super Sagittarius. So a philosophy is basically the study of the nature of knowledge. So this has a lot to do with what we know and kind of expanding that into a higher portion of our brain while using Mercury's energy coming in here. At the time of the new moon, Mercury was not in Sagittarius. It was still retrograde in Scorpio. So we've got some other shifts going on here too, you guys. Sagittarius is a mutable fire sign. It's always nice to, you know, kind of chime in with the element of the new moon, fire. Okay, so this has to do with expression, spirituality to a certain extent, passion, but it's mutable, just like Gemini and Pisces and Virgo. So whenever we're dealing with a new moon and a mutable sign, it's like setting our intention to be more adaptable to, because there's going to be change. If you guys sit back and think about you know, I'm gonna say like the last 3 weeks of your life, ever since the 26th, ever since Sagittarius season started, there's been a lot of changes, and it has a lot to do with what we believe, you know. And I think if there's anything that we're going to know at the end of this transit, it's what people believe. Why is that important? Well, because we all have our own beliefs, right? And that's a part of being open-minded. But there's magical changes happening here, you guys. This is about adapting to the fucking adventure that Sagittarius caused this energy, and it is fun. It is fun. There's a lot going on energetically, but the thing is there's a missing element up until now I've been saying this a lot lately, that we're going to have to wait to the full moon in Gemini to see things clearly. Sagittarius is not necessarily about seeing things clearly, right? They're all about the experience, taking risks, like having fun, being optimistic. So yeah, adapting to this adventure that we're going on, you guys, with this new moon in Sagittarius and Sagittarius season until around the winter solstice when the sun enters Capricorn. So we have, a couple more weeks of this energy. So I have been trying this new thing with my new moon videos, which is talking about darkness, okay? Because the new moon is a time in our life where the moon has become a seed itself, right? I always say, if you think of the moon as an eyeball, during the new moon her eyes are closed, and that leads us to have to go into our own subconscious and with this energy, it's what is it that we know without seeing. Okay, huge for Sagittarius new moon, because there may be knowledge, there may be parts of this adventure or this experience that we don't know, right? That's why Gemini is the opposite of Sagittarius. Gemini comes in with the facts and the analytics and the Mercury energy. Sagittarius is more of the big picture, that Jupiter energy. So Sagittarius darkness is something I want to talk. So those of you with Sagittarius moons may resonate with this, but this is what I channeled. For every new moon, I'm going to talk about the darkness. So next month, I'll be talking about Capricorn darkness. Sagittarius darkness, there's a lot of things that can come up. All signs have positive and negative attributes. But one of the main things that I channeled immediately for this new moon that may or may not be a challenge, okay, is not believing. Not believing in something that I've been seeing so much online. I've been hearing it in movies. The whole quote of seeing is believing. Now, see, I'm a Pisces. I'm also ruled by Jupiter, like Sagittarius, but Pisces is a water sign, so it's more spiritual, it's more emotional. We have that knowledge and that depth when it comes to what other people might consider illusions and imagination. I feel like being the opposite of Gemini, Sagittarius they could at least reflect and embody or mirror truth and facts. Same with Pisces, with Virgo. But I do not believe that seeing is believing, especially when there's a new moon in Sagittarius, because this is a test of faith, you guys. It's about still believing, being able to envision what it is that you cannot see so far. Especially, I kind of wish I would have talked to you guys earlier about this new moon. A lot of this is going to be retrospection because it's December 10th now as I'm recording this. So I want you guys to reflect on what's been going on the last couple of weeks since this new moon actually happened. Keep in mind, it's never too late to set intentions for a new moon. The reason why I'm still talking about it is because we have technically until the new moon in Capricorn when this energy shifts. So we're under this new moon in Sagittarius energy for sure until the end of Sagittarius season, and for sure until the new moon. But technically the new moon cycles last 6 months. So we have it from now until Gemini season, when there's a full moon in Sagittarius, the opposite of this energy, where the things that were kind of unseeable that we still had to believe in, those things are going to be illuminated in 6 months. So super relevant to still talk about that. I'm still feeling the energy. So back to this Sagittarius darkness, not believing, right? That's a huge darkness of Sagittarius, or kind of a shadow-like energy that they could experience, or that we could experience under this new moon. Seeing is believing. I want you guys to ask yourself what that means. Are you the kind of person who needs to see things in order to believe them? And see, I just can't get with that, because as a Pisces, there are so many things that I don't necessarily see in the physical realm, but I can feel the presence of it. Even when I dream, it brings up that kind of argument of what is real. Sagittarius is a visionary sign, so it's a kind of a superpower, and almost at the same time a limitation of theirs, because if you're limited to only believing in the things that you see, there's this whole unknown realm of energy happening behind the scenes which the moon controls. So I think this new moon in Sagittarius was about introducing things to us emotionally, maybe in our dreams, behind the scenes, secretly, deeply. Maybe we're hiding some of these things, but yeah, so not believing, the whole seeing is believing thing. And let me just say, Neptune is squaring, it's been squaring this Sagittarius energy. Neptune in Pisces has been squaring the sun. It's going to square Mercury. It squared Jupiter for a very long time. So we definitely have this compromise between fantasy and adventure that I talked about on my Facebook. It's interesting, the Pisces and Sagittarius square, especially because they're both ruled by Jupiter. But another darkness of Sagittarius that we should talk about, that we may encounter during this full moon cycle, is not knowing. Ooh, that's a big one. Not knowing. Not knowing to an energy like Sagittarius, it does put them in darkness. That is why Sagittarius goes on these adventures. It's why Sagittarius is so expansive, because they just want to know. And it may be in relationships, it may be with finances. It's all these different areas in life. But I bet all of us, over some point between November 26th and December 26th, we have struggled with not being able to see clearly. Like, how do I know if I can't see? That's this new moon energy. So you want to surrender to the not knowing right now, you guys. Especially the time period that took place between the new moon and the full moon. I think Gemini is going to come in over the next couple of days, over the next month, and give us that clarity, give us that truth, that Knight of Swords energy rushing in. But please keep in mind, some of this darkness for this new moon in Sagittarius is not knowing. Are you going to allow not knowing to stop you, to keep you from moving on to the greatest adventure of your life? And I'm talking to myself too. All right. I feel for those of us who allow not knowing right now to hold us back from taking leaps of faith. Now, moving on, another thing I channeled for Sagittarius darkness is losing passion right now, you guys. I know it's the time of the holidays for those of you who celebrate. Losing passion and excitement is probably one of the most darkest things that Sagittarius energy can go through when it comes to the moon energy, or just things that we can struggle with around this time, is losing passion and excitement, which is basically pessimism, which can be a huge vibration right now with all the energy in Capricorn. I mean, we have the South Node in Capricorn, Pluto, Saturn, Venus is there now. There's another huge one, Saturn, Pluto. Oh, Jupiter just moved there. So yeah, turning pessimism into optimism. This is why Sagittarius has, I've heard a Sagittarius call it dumb luck, where they're just kind of fortunate. And I think that energy has a lot to do with their ability to just be optimistic. Like, who gives a fuck? Let me just pull back on this bow and like see, what happens. You know what I mean? So just keep in mind, you guys, this is a time to believe in what is happening in the unseen realms. This is a time to embrace not knowing, because a person who doesn't know something it's literally means that they have more to learn, right? Huge energy here. Try to keep passionate, you guys. Try to keep excited. Okay, the worst thing to do right now is to just submit to the pessimistic, like, woe and fro or whatever. And the last thing I want to share with you guys before I move into the tarot messages for the zodiac signs is a quote that I heard from The Sound of Music. I was watching The Sound of Music, and I don't know if it's my 12th house energy right now, but movies and songs have really been portraying to me certain quotes and things like that. And what I heard is, I must dream of the things I am seeking. I must dream of the things I am seeking. If that is not the new moon in Sagittarius, I don't know what it is. I don't know what is, but that seems to be a huge message. It really hit me. So that goes right back to that seeing is believing thing, you guys. Not everything you see, you should believe in. And not everything that you don't see, you shouldn't believe in. Okay, so I have shuffled the tarot cards, and I have the Temperance. I shuffled with the intent to connect with the new moon in Sagittarius. Okay, so what we have here, now that the cards have aligned, now I love the Temperance card. It's one of my favorite. Archangel Michael. This is a card that portrays balance and patience. I was going to say off rip when I first started recording this video, based on what's going on in my life today, I noticed some of the things going on in my life are, especially before readings, personal readings, whatever, it somehow relates to the reading. And I'm not going to lie, I was feeling a little fiery, a little angry a little bit before this reading, and very impatient. I actually had to slow down in order to even connect with this Temperance energy. It's an energy of patience, and I'm sitting here trying to like rush. Rushing can definitely be a thing with this quick mutable energy with both Gemini and Sagittarius. So this is a card that I think portrays balance even more so than the Justice card, because it is balance between the physical and the spiritual. Behind the Temperance card, we have the Two of Wands, another Sagittarius card to me. I think Sagittarius when I see this Two of Wands because it's a choice between comfort and growth. It's fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have those wands. This new moon in Sagittarius basically put us all, first of all, it put the world in our hands. It's your life, it's your world, what are we going to do? This is such a Christopher Columbus energy to me. This is an energy of a choice. There will be specific choices in Sagittarius season with this new moon that we've probably already felt, this push and pull between two people, places, and things. And the identifier here is that one of these things are over. One of these paths, this is like leaving, oh, I have another one here. Knight of Swords. This is Gemini energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There's something here about Venus, because we have the Empress. But I'm going to tell you guys straight up, I feel like I picked up a little bit on the full moon in Gemini since I'm recording when the moon is in Gemini. This is when things are going to end. And this is, so if we're standing in between two things that we're passionate about, two fiery roads, you know, obviously a road that we've already been and where we're going, a choice between staying comfortable and just because we know, like this is another thing coming up. It is comfort and knowing. Like there is comfort in knowing, isn't there? And that's why there's an energy here with the new moon in Sagittarius to embrace not knowing things, you know, the darkness, hidden knowledge, basically, with the moon in Sagittarius. So yeah, some of us are going to be presented with the opportunity to expand our horizons beyond what we know, beyond what we're comfortable in, so that we can grow. It's all about growing with Jupiter. In the Gemini full moon, there will be endings that happen around December 12th, you guys, leading up to then. And because of this ending, we're going to be, maybe this is an argument, maybe these are quick decisions to end things, but we're going to charge forward towards abundance. I don't know about, I'm not going to tell anybody what to do, but I just don't want to choose the road of the Ten of Swords, pain, right? This is supposed to be a light at the end of the tunnel, you guys, and we are being shown that with this Sagittarius new moon. But at the same time, I just feel like, yeah, we want to make these decisions patiently and divinely, divine timing coming up here. We are all experiencing a crossroads of some sort, okay? That definitely resonates with me. So hold the world in your hands, and it's interesting, there's these two cups, okay? So maybe this is about the mixture. This is not coming from me. I'm hearing there's a mixture of paths right now. So if you find yourself colliding, for lack of a better word, or mixing, alchemizing, this is the alchemizing of two different paths, the future and the past coming together to form a better world, worldwide changes. But guys, you know, it's about, some of us have our foot in the past and in the future, and that's kind of a really beautiful place to be in. A lot of magic can happen there. All right, that's basically time travel, just saying. Now this is a portal. Some of us are literally in between portals right now. A lot of us have been experiencing that in our dreams. So yeah, guys, it looks like this was a very intense new moon. I'm going to go ahead and get into the tarot cards now. So we are going to start with Aries because Aries is the first zodiac sign. Hi, Aries. What is the new moon in Sagittarius message for Aries, please? What do we have for Aries? New moon in Sagittarius, November 26th. For Aries. Oh, we have a few cards coming out, but I'm just going to take them, you guys, because there's a lot going on. So Aries, before we reveal the cards, I would like to talk to you about this new moon and where it's happening for you. So this is 9th house energy. Aries, you're a fire sign. This is the opportunity for you this month to set intention to expand, to grow. Learning is very important to those of us who are going through 9th house energy. So yeah, what is it that you believe, Aries? This is about your philosophy. This is about learning something higher, studying energy, expansion, but new beginnings happening there, okay? You're going to experience this energy until December 26th. So there's probably something that I bet every Aries has learned something or expanded in some way, maybe even travel too. Travel is huge, not only because of the holidays, but because you're going through 9th house energy. That's long distance travel. Sometimes we have to travel to expand or travel to learn or know. So yeah, Aries, new moon there. The cards coming out for you, we have 3. We have the Strength card, the King of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords. So we have Leo energy coming up here. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, specifically a Taurus man. And we have the Five of Swords. So we have some conflict coming up, Aries. Honestly, the last reading I did for you guys seemed a little bit conflicted as well. This is a time of year where things can become very easily conflicted. Some of you guys are holding yourself back with the Strength card. If you're not dealing with a Leo, this is the energy of taming something. It probably has something to do with an earth sign, male specifically, or money, because the King of Pentacles is all about working really hard. I don't know if you guys feel held back by a job, maybe, and with this message chiming in with the new moon in your 9th house, is like, is finances holding you back from traveling, from learning, from expanding? Because we all feel, and it's very hard not to feel in Sagittarius season what we've outgrown, because Jupiter is big. Jupiter is the biggest planet, so if there's anything that Jupiter knows, it's places that are too small for him, right? So be very careful during this new moon cycle of allowing practicality and earth energy, logic, money and finances to hold you back. I know that's easier said than done, because obviously there's been a lot of conflict, Aries. Some of you guys just don't want to fight anymore. When it comes to money matters, when it comes to the physical, homes, cars, anything you can touch, feel, like any resource. There could have been an argument over money or something like that, and you're just trying, maybe you're being held back, or Aries, you may be actually taming yourself. Like, I know how it is. I have an Aries, kind of an Aries moon, and I have an Aries 3rd house. So I can get kind of fired up like an Aries in arguments and when I talk, when really I'm just getting really passionate about something. So either way, guys, something's holding you back. You don't have enough money. That's what the conflict is. You guys don't want to fight over money anymore, so you're just holding yourself back or letting something else hold you back. And because of this, we have the 5 of Cups at the bottom, which is more conflict. So we've got a conflict when it comes to your mind and communicating, okay? This is not the best card because something needs to change here emotionally and intellectually when it comes to how you're communicating. There are 3 people in this card, one of which has 3 swords in their hands, which is to me the 3 of Swords. Someone here may be betrayed or feel heartbroken. This may be someone you separate with during this new moon. This is the decision to separate from someone financially. This might be like a codependent situation where someone here leans more on the other financially, and this holds you back. But you don't want to fight anymore, Aries. So I don't know who you are in this card, if you're the guy in the green or if you're the 2 people in the back who have just stopped. They've made the decision to stop speaking, which is really interesting, Aries, because you kind of regret that. We have the Ace of Swords, so there's definitely some truth here. There's definitely something that you'd like to say. You may have moved on to calmer waters. This is definitely about moving on to calmer waters. You may receive an apology for those of you guys who are going through arguments. For those of you who are dealing with slight depression, emotional turmoil, focusing on the past, Aries, some kind of truth came out. But we have the Page of Cups. You could be dealing with Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpios. Or again, this is some kind of love offer that you still have faith in from the past. Someone still has faith. Oh yeah, there's a reconciliation here, Aries. There's an apology, there's a soulmate, and there's definitely a decision to make when it comes to the past. Maybe children are involved here, but keep faith, Aries, because we do have new emotion coming here. It's very subtle. There may be children involved. I don't know if I've said that, but the 6 of Cups and the Page of Cups are both children. Okay, so this is probably someone who you have children with or someone who has children. But Aries, this is all about you moving on to calmer waters. That is your ultimate truth. That is what you're learning about. And you know, you're going to eventually stop focusing on this water under the bridge. It is water under the bridge, Aries. Stay strong. Okay, this is about a strong foundation for you as well with the King of Pentacles. And there may be a Leo with earth sign here, a Leo with earth energy or earth energy with Leo, you know what I'm saying. You know, my advice would be to hold yourself back around this time when there's Sagittarius energy in your 9th house, because anger will close your mind and passion will expand it. Okay? This is for the Aries who are going through conflict and arguments and fights, specifically about money, and those of you who feel held back, Aries. So new moon in your 9th house, set intention to expand beyond all that drama. I am feeling drama there. Set your intention to travel more and expand in some way. And what did you learn from this, Aries? What is it that you learned from this situation? Okay. Let's move into Taurus energy. Hopefully that helps, Aries. What is the new moon in Sagittarius message for Taurus? New moon in Sagittarius for Taurus. What is the new moon in Sagittarius message for Taurus? Now we have 2 cards flipping out. Waite. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. All right, Taurus, let's talk a little bit about the new moon and then we'll get into the tarot cards, okay, guys? So, Taurus, this new moon in Sagittarius is 8 houses away from you. So, Sag is your 8th house on the zodiac wheel, or if you're a Taurus rising. So, the 8th house is the opposite house of you, Taurus. It's that scorpionic energy, so that's definitely present. This is all about transformation, death, rebirth, shared resources, receiving. I've learned recently that the 8th house is about receiving. So we got a new moon there, and this is all about belief. So it's like, what do you believe, Taurus, when it comes to the things that you're giving away, your resources? Because the opposite of the 2nd house, which is you are all about what you have, right? The opposite of you, Scorpio, is what you have that you share with others. It's that our energy, right? Taurus, resources are very important to you. And we also have a full moon in your 2nd house. So there's going to be endings when it comes to things that you own, maybe because you're giving something away of value. And there's new beginnings when it comes to shared resources. So you could be given something with the 8th house. It's not all about what you're giving away. It's what others are giving to you that then become a resource of yours, if that makes sense. But this is about transformation, okay? It's about intimacy, it's about sex, and there's a new moon there, a new fiery, mutable moon. So what do you believe, Taurus, about intimacy? How can you expand that more? What do you give away at a sexual level, at an emotional level? This is a new moon in a very emotional house for you, okay? Cards coming out, Taurus. I don't know if you guys watched the beginning of the video on YouTube, but these 2 cards actually came out for the overall message of the new moon in Sagittarius. This is Gemini energy showing up. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, because we have 2 air. So this lets me know I'm going to have to talk to Taurus about their thoughts and what it is that what's going on in the mind right now with Mercury entering Sagittarius. Mercury's in your 8th house, Taurus, so this is going to transform your thoughts. In order for that to happen, there had to be some kind of ending. Some of you are in a lot of pain with this new moon cycle. And you guys are going to feel the brunt of this. You're going to feel the most of this energy probably around the 12th, when there's a Gemini full moon, because we do have Gemini here illustrated. Now, what this is saying, Taurus, is that there's something that has ended in your life, and it's a good thing that it has ended. Okay, this is not a scary card. This is talking about something painful in your life coming to an end, okay? I don't know about you, but I would want this to come to an end. This betrayal, this deception, feeling like a victim. This is rock bottom energy. But Taurus, you are charging away from that. If you can see how the Knight of Swords, you probably made a quick decision to end something in your life, because the Knight of Swords is all about that quick decision making, right? Thinking very quickly, just saying something. I don't know if something was said to you. I think the words that are said to you are going to be very important around this new moon and the full moon, and with Mercury going into your 8th house. Like, words are transforming you. So this is either words that you've said. Be very, very mindful of this, Taurus, around this time, because you're coming from a place of pain, okay? Or this person you're dealing with this is someone who's, I mean, they got up off the ground and they immediately started going back into battle. So there's something that ended, that triggered this lightning quick energy. But again, I think I was onto something when I said that someone was speaking from a place of pain. I mean, if you were to give the Ten of Swords a voice, this is someone who is finally speaking out about what they've been through. This is a person who is, I mean, like, what would someone say at rock bottom? Like, these are any final words? I'm hearing any last words. So I don't know if there's someone getting blocked here or charging. Whatever this is to you, Taurus, whatever this Ten of Swords is, it's an ending. It's a completion. And you're charging away from that. Again, it could be because of something that was said. Something may be said after an ending, but endings and quick decisions are going hand in hand. Now, the bottom of the deck here is the Empress, which is you. Okay, this is your ruling planet Venus, which has just went into Capricorn, which is your 9th house. So love is expanding for you. I don't know if anyone's in a long distance relationship here just by the planets, but we've got you know, this is about you just sitting pretty, Taurus. I mean, who else could be so beautiful? Who could be this attractive while they're going through this amount of pain? Okay, now some of you may be mothers here. Some of these endings may have had to do with your mom or being a mother figure, being pregnant. Some of you are with children or with child, or you're just giving birth to some, Taurus. It might be a project. But this is what's changing for you, because it's interesting. We have the Death card at the bottom of the deck for you. So we do have Scorpio here. We also have Capricorn. So if those of you who are dealing with Libra, Taurus, Aries, Scorpio, Capricorn, they're showing up here. You may have that energy in your chart. I do feel like you guys are leaving a toxic situation out in the cold. Like, I don't know if this was a toxic home situation or a job, but you guys are sacrificing something. And it makes a lot of sense because you're going through 8th house energy, which is bringing your attention to new things you're going to have to like give away or something. We have could be dealing with a Pisces. We have a lot of major arcana here for you, Taurus. So this is a major new moon for you. Maybe a new spark with a Libra, or a new spark with someone who may be in a marriage or something like that. But there's things balancing out. We have Pisces and Libra here. You're changing your perspective about balance and fairness, Taurus, and karma. But back to this here, I don't know if there's a Capricorn specifically who feels left out in the cold, or if this was a codependent situation financially, where you realized what you were gaining financially, you were losing double of in your worth. For instance, for those of you who are in a situation where you've bound yourself to a certain thing because you live there, or you work there, or they provide stability for you, that's one of Taurus's greatest fears, is this 5 of Pentacles. But something needed to change about this abandonment. You are becoming enlightened to loss, which is a beautiful message to give to any Taurus, because you're becoming enlightened to the things you've lost versus the things you've sacrificed. Does that make sense, Taurus? And the toxicity that may be present in between those two things, something you felt bound to for so long and abandoned, right? You can get out of that. It might be an addiction for some of you. It might be a codependent situation. I definitely feel like someone who was in a codependent situation, you had to leave someone out in the cold and quit taking care of them, Taurus, or vice versa. There's an ending, okay? There's a beautiful ending here, and it probably has to do with your heart. This is the transformation of the heart, which is verbatimly a message about Venus in your 8th house. But yeah, Taurus, you're looking really pretty and beautiful and charming and abundant. You are. This is the mother of all, Mother God, okay? And there are some extreme changes that you're going through with this 8th house energy of Sagittarius. That's why there's so many endings. Specifically, the Gemini full moon is going to end a painful situation for you. And it's going to change the way you... I don't know if you guys are making physical changes to your hair, your beauty. All right, but this looks like a change, a beauty change, especially after you release yourself from the devil. Once you release yourself from the devil and you embrace this change, you're going to be looking really good, Taurus. This is a good card to have underneath. I mean, again, who could look this good while going through this amount of mental turmoil? And I don't think you're faking it, Taurus. This is just your way of coping. Okay, so embrace the endings. Again, this is all in the name of intimacy. This is when you go through a new moon in your 8th house, you can't escape change. And again, this is beautiful change, Taurus. So hopefully this helps. Say what's on your mind, Taurus. Speak your truth about the changes and the endings going on in your life, okay? So now we're going to move to Gemini. Gemini, this is so important for you. I'm recording this while the moon is full in Gemini. What is the new moon in Sagittarius message for Gemini? Now, we almost had the King of Swords pop out, so you guys could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Now we have the... Oh, wow, we have a lot of messages here. Gemini, let's slow down a little bit and talk a little bit about where this full moon is happening for you, okay? So Gemini, this is your opposite sign, Sagittarius. You guys experienced a new moon on the 26th of November directly across from you in your 7th house of relationships. So this has everything to do with other people. It has everything to do with partnerships, marriage, relationships you have with everyone, yourself, co-workers, family. Like, all relationships belong to the 7th house and the balance that should exist there. So there's an opposition here, okay? You're the opposite of Sagittarius, and you're really important around the 12th of December because there's going to be the moon in your sign, and we're relying on you, Gemini, to reveal some kind of truth and facts, okay? So in a nutshell, basically, in a short-term way to say this is a new moon in your relationship house. It has a lot to do with other people. There's newness happening with others, and completions. There's beginnings happening with other people and completions happening with you because of the moon, okay? So what do you believe about relationships, Gemini? This is always important to you because Sagittarius is all about beliefs. What can you learn about other people right now? What is it that you can expand on as far as relationships? Even if you're single, even if you're divorced, I don't care what your relationship status is. We always have relationships to consider: co-workers, siblings, other family members, friendships. This is that Libra energy, and we do have Libra kind of showing up in your reading. So let's get to the cards. The card that flew out, Gemini, is the Three of Swords in reverse. So this is interesting to come up for relationships. So some of you guys, there is an indication here of getting over heartbreak. Now that could be really what the new moon in Sagittarius does to you. It brings new people into your life. So I can tell there's Geminis out there watching who have been dealing with separation. This is a thing in the past though, because it's the reverse. So maybe potentially getting back together with someone from your past, mending your heart's wounds. Maybe there's a heart-to-heart conversation that has not yet happened, because this is my heart-to-heart conversation vibe, okay? But in the reverse, someone may not be speaking as much from the heart, and that's going to be important to you, Gemini, because Venus just entered your 7th house of relationships. So Venus is going to be opposing you. There's going to have to be compromises here, and this is also that you can learn, okay? Gemini, Sagittarius is definitely going to want to know what their opposite sign believes to be true when it comes to other people. Okay, this is an adventure that you're going on when it comes to relationship. Some of you guys are trying to come out of heartbreak before you go on this new adventure with someone or something. If you're single and you're wondering, because there's a lot of 7th house energy right now. I'm sure Geminis are wondering about other people, maybe not necessarily romantically, but people you're communicating with. And our heart can break for many reasons. This may be a family heartbreak. Okay, this could be a separation there. So however it resonates with you guys, you're coming out of heartbreak because of this new moon in Sagittarius. There's going to be new, exciting, very important that you're meeting optimistic people, Gemini. Other people, because of where you are on the zodiac wheel, it's very important that other people are bringing positivity to your life. And people you can go on adventures with and expand with and learn with. It's very important that you're able to learn, Gemini. With people you're with. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords. So remember when I was shuffling, the King of Swords came out. Now we have the Queen of Swords. I don't know if this involves a Libra. Very symbolic if you're going through things with Libra right now, because you're going through 7th house energy, which kind of makes Libra attracted to you, Gemini. They're attracted to you anyway. But Gemini, this could easily be you, especially if you identify with feminine energy. This is the Queen of Air. She is not someone to fuck with. She is very, very, very intellectual. This is for all Geminis, male or female. Very intellectual spirit that you're embodying, Gemini. Really slicing that truth. And I think this is going to come out more so than ever around the time of the Gemini full moon. So December 10th, December 11th, December 12th, December 13th, December 14th, December 15th. It's going to be all about your truth and nothing but the truth, so help you. I think this is the truth about your heart space, your heart chakra. This is definitely a conversation that needs to take place. I'm hearing less feelings and more truth, please. You're over something that you lost or separated from. And Gemini, you cut this out. You guys are very detached because of this. I feel like this is some kind of Geminian secret right here. Because this is literally saying that this is definitely showing me clearly why someone is detached. Why someone embodies the truth. Why someone prefers the truth over their heart. So, okay, this is head over heart decision. And you can see your heart is not deciding, or I guess that's the advice of the tarot in my reading for you, especially for those of you who want to reach this wish fulfillment coming up here. Something you've been wishing for, maybe it has to do with a project. We have Aries showing up here. Some of you guys are juggling and struggling financially when it comes to like father figures, boss, authority, power. You definitely need to take your power back. If there's a decision between a job where you're in more authority, Gemini, Sagittarius may want you to choose that, because for some reason it will expand your relationships and it will help your self-worth. But yeah, we've got some kind of wish here for a job or something, a project. Could be dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but there's a wish. You're going to have to put in a lot of work, okay, because of all the Capricorn energy. This is something you've already put in a lot of work for. You've already endured juggling. You've already endured the choices. Okay, so weighing out the pros and cons here and what's really worth your effort. But there's a wish come true here for you, Gemini, and it has something to do with this Queen of Swords. Could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I think this is the energy you're embodying. I'm a water sign, but I get it. I have Mercury in Aquarius. I have Venus in Aquarius. So yeah, you guys, I'm not sure what's going on at a heart level. Venus is going to expand that for you. Okay, some of you guys are definitely getting out of heartbreak. You're over the third party situations. You're over people who lie to you. You know, the Three of Swords can be a lie, a betrayal, cheating, deception. But I love that you're healing this. You're healing your mind first. So what it is that you think about relationships is coming up. Because what Gemini thinks is in some relation to what they believe. You know, I know I mentioned the whole seeing and believing thing at the beginning of this video on YouTube. But I understand why the air signs need facts. And the heart is a confusing thing, right? So when it comes to this head over heart decision, you guys are definitely embodying the truth. So if you don't have facts, if you've seen something with your own eyes, yeah, you're going to be cutting some things off. You're definitely not to be messed with. There may be some sharp things that you're saying to people. They may feel that you're detached or emotionally cold, but there's a reason why. And it has something to do with a relationship that you're either seeking, because we had the King of Swords. Gemini would like a mental connection, please, with someone they could just, I don't know, have a conversation with, someone who, I don't know, understands the duality of their mind. Like, it's very important that you're not only connecting with people who are optimistic, but people who are intellectual beyond repair. I'm hearing intellectual beyond repair, and that makes sense. Intellectual beyond repair. You're smart enough to heal this, Gemini. And it's important that you have mental connections with people. The King and the Queen of Swords embody a relationship that is healthily detached, so that's not smothering. This person won't compromise your truth. This person can speak for themselves and think for themselves. And this is about you being able to do these things in relationships right now too, Gemini, in order for you to get this wish fulfillment over here, okay? So I like to see that. You know, the card fell on the ground. For some of you, this could very well be the Three of Swords upright. And if so, if you are a Gemini out there going through, I mean, I don't think there's any Geminis out there who aren't going through relationship stuff right now, because, you know, we have Venus there, we have Mercury there. Your ruling planet is opposing you now, Gemini. So this is about you getting very clear about what you think about loss, separation, heart, in order to get this wish fulfillment. So hopefully that helped, Gemini. This is about what you believe about relationships, expanding that in some way, and learning from other people. All right, let's move into Cancer. Cancer. What is the new moon in Sagittarius message for Cancer, please? New moon in Sagittarius, November 26th through December 26th. What's the new moon in Sagittarius message for Cancer? So we have a message coming out here, Cancer. Let's talk a little bit about the astrology first. So the new moon in Sagittarius is 6 houses away from you, Cancer. So we had a new moon there, we've got Mercury there, we've got Venus there. So there's some 6th house energy for you guys to consider, and there is 12th house energy as well. So the 6th house is all about lifestyle. If you guys find yourself really wanting to be of service to people, I think that's a nurturing thing, with Cancer being a water sign anyway. But the 6th house is the house of service. So this is about the services, the new services that you can offer people. Again, if you're feeling pulled or feeling like, I just want to do more, you know, your job is coming up here, Cancer, with the 6th house. But remember, this is a new moon in Sagittarius here. So there's new seeds that have been planted. There are new intentions the universe has set for you when it comes to the way you're living life, Cancer. This is about your routine. Not my favorite house to talk about, because I'm a Pisces and I'm the opposite. It's that Virgo energy. So rituals are very good to do with new moon in your 6th house, or with 6th house energy in general, I should say, because it's touching on that area of things that you repetitively do. You know, that's that 6th house energy of a schedule, a routine, what you eat. Your health is coming up here, Cancer. Yeah, so what is it that you believe about your lifestyle right now? Are you living a lifestyle that is adjacent to your beliefs? Okay, because lifestyle and beliefs go hand in hand with Cancer, because Sagittarius is your 6th house. So yeah, how can you expand your way of living, Cancer? How can you learn more about, you know, the things you do, day-to-day things that you do, that are a part of your routine? Are there some things there that maybe don't go into 2020 for you? You know, there's just, you have the ability to expand your whole lifestyle. Okay, you have the ability here to start a completely new lifestyle over the next 6 months with the new moon. Let's get into the cards. We have 3 that came out. We have the Two of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Wheel of Fortune. Some of you guys could be dealing with an Aries specifically. If it's not an Aries, it is someone who is in control, someone who is in some kind of power, authority figure coming up here, a father figure. We have Jupiter and Aries, whatever that means. That's a weird placement. Cancer, I don't know how I knew this would come out for you guys, but I had a premonition about this. Someone's juggling here. You or someone you're dealing with. You know, this is about your lifestyle, so I am going to relate it to your lifestyle, but there's an energy here of someone who's juggling, okay? This is the drop the ball card, you know, because this person is juggling with both of their hands. There's a decision here automatically to make with this new moon in Sagittarius about finances, about two different things you value that you're juggling, maybe two different ways you're making money, but you're stressed, okay? You're stressed. And if you look in the back of that card, there's ups and downs emotionally. Like, that is some waves up there. You're still sailing. You're still sailing, but it's definitely, if you were to stop and think about how financial stress or juggling these two things or this decision of value, if you were to stop and think about what that's doing to your emotions, you may be surprised, Cancer, but there's something about this that's contributing to your ups and downs. And to get this during a 6th house new moon reading, it's like, is juggling a part of your routine? Like, this is someone who's really juggling it all, you know, getting up, going to work, trying to do things that are healthy for themselves. Like, there's a lot that goes into the way that you live. This is the way that you live. Some of y'all is living the life of a juggler, okay? I don't know if you work at a circus or whatever, but someone is juggling. And you know, Cancer, I'm not going to throw shade because this is a really, really respectable card. Like, this is a person who is making ends meet. They're very stressed. They're very stressed, but they're making ends meet. You know what I mean? This is what happens when we go through earth houses that are fire. Some of you guys are bosses. You're your own boss. You're your own entrepreneur. Maybe being in charge of your own money is stressing you out. You need more power, authority. I don't know if you're going through this with a father figure, if there's some kind of choice about being a boss or military authority, like anyone who's in a uniform basically. But this is about taking your power back from, you know, these two things that you're holding on to, Cancer. They wouldn't have value if you weren't juggling them. So please don't eliminate your importance of this situation. Like, these two jobs, these two people, like, you're juggling them because they're both important to you. All right, so it's just about finding the power within that. Now we have the Wheel of Fortune here. So Jupiter is important because it just moved into Capricorn. That's your opposite sign, Cancer. This is your house of relationships. So although there are new intentions being set for the way you live, I'm hearing the way you live needs to change, Cancer. In relation to romance, like, there's something about the way you live, like the authority you have, the power. That's what's changing here. This whole message is about this is super Sagittarius. This is Jupiter. Okay, pay attention to Jupiter in your chart, but please know your authority is being expanded. Wow, that is a Jupiter and Capricorn message. So sorry to take the shine, new moon in Sagittarius, but for Cancer, the message from me at least is that it could go one of two ways. Like, authority is being expanded, so you thought you were juggling before, but at this moon cycle, you're going to have even more to juggle, okay? Maybe Capricorn really wants to know, like, man, I feel that, like, you're trying to break me? Like, geez. You know, I'm hearing that quote, God only gives you what you can handle. You know, this is God. The Emperor is God in tarot, Father God. This is the Father card. So, yeah, you're going through some changes when it comes to power and authority. I feel the changes that you're going through, the karma turning around in your fort, this is all good luck. This is super good luck. So I don't know if you guys land another job where you're in a higher position of authority, or if these changes are just happening so that Cancer takes more authority over what they're juggling emotionally. But wow, do you have the power is in your hands. Like, this is power, fate, and destiny, the wheel of your life turning in your favor. Okay, this may involve an Aries or someone with Aries in their chart. It may involve a Taurus, a Leo, an Aquarius, a Scorpio, because we have all that. But yeah, this is karmic. Karmic authority that you're meant to juggle because of this lifestyle. You guys may have to embrace these changes. If there's a money problem, if there's a juggling problem that's keeping you where you're at, you're going to expand beyond that. If you guys know what I was trying to say there. If there's a living situation, or if it's your health, something is starting new in your lifestyle that has something to do with these three cards. What you're juggling, two different things you're in control over, two different things that you have power over. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Wands. This may have something to do with a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Leo. We have a fire sign here. Very passionate message coming in. This is Sagittarius to me, so it could be this new moon's energy being portrayed, but I do have to talk a little bit about the Knight of Wands and how in and out he or she is. These are people in your life, Cancer, parts of your, these people are probably somewhere involved in your life, right? So this is a temporary person who has made themselves consistent. This is someone who you've had emotional conflict with, right? This is something you regret. Maybe you regret expressing. This could be something somebody expressed and they regret it, or maybe someone's expressing their regret. Something needs to change at an emotional level. We have another Knight here too, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn. So this is you have a decision, Cancer, to make between moving slow and practical and just charging fucking forward because you know what you feel passionately. Two different people there maybe, or maybe this is about something that's slowing you down and something that, you know, how do you balance that, you know, I guess through your authority. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have Sagittarian regrets. I don't know if this new moon conflicts you emotionally, but I want to say there was an in and out person. There was someone who was in and out of your life. This may be you, Cancer, in and out of other people's life. And remember, this is all about how you want to live this new life, but you want to stop focusing on the past here. You want to be very careful letting water under the bridge, or, you know, friendships that ended. This could have been a fire sign friend that you feel things messed up with. There is an opportunity here, Sagittarius is saying. There's something behind you, Cancer. If you lost a friend, there's a better friend coming in. If you lost a relationship, there's a better relationship coming in. If you lost a job, there's more of what you think you lost here, Cancer. So don't allow yourself to be too emotionally conflicted. Okay, but what I'm going to tell you is that there's something in your life, there's a person, place, or thing. You have a lot of anxiety about this choice, the Sagittarius choice between comfort and growth. You're trying to balance your finances out. But there's something in your life that is slowing you down, and something that is making you move faster when it comes to your emotional regret. Although this person or energy is faster and more passionate, it's like you have your regrets are linked to it. That's the bottom of your deck, is the five. Oh no, it was the Knight of Wands actually. So there isn't a bottom. Maybe embrace your inner Sagittarius and just express yourself. You know, not a bad card. This person, this energy is just very passionate about multiple things, multiple people, multiple places, very Sagittarian here. And you want to relate that to your lifestyle, Cancer, what it is that you believe. And your life is expanding. You know, this might involve traveling in regards to services you're offering people, health in some way. But what is your philosophy of life, Cancer? Whoa, huge. This is what the new moon in Sagittarius was asking you, okay? So hopefully that helped, Cancer. Let's move to Leo. Leo. What is the new moon in Sagittarius? November 26th through December 26th. What's the message for Leo? Okay, we almost had the Justice card and the Ace of Wands. So new spark with a Libra potentially. We have the King of Swords and the Fool. Taking a mental risk, maybe with an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Maybe this is risky communication. That was a calculated risk right there, Leo. Let's see. What is the new moon in Sagittarius message for Leo? I'm talking to the kings and queens now, so you know I had to cross my legs and sit up. New moon in Sagittarius message for Leo. All right. So we have something coming out, but before we reveal the cards, let's talk a little bit about where this is happening for you, Leo. Okay, so Leo, you are a fire sign, and Sagittarius is a fire sign. So you're going to be feeling these energies, and what I'm most excited to talk to you about is that this is 5 houses away from you. The reason why this is so important is because you are the 5th house, Leo. So when you're going through 5th house energy and you are the 5th house on the zodiac wheel, this is like home to you a little bit, although it's not the 4th house. This is that energy of creativity, expression, children. This is a romantic house for you, the new moon. So there's new energy in relation to your beliefs that are being planted when it comes to children, when it comes to love, when it comes to romance and soulmates. And, you know, the new moon in Sagittarius wants to ask you, Leo, what is it that you believe you can create? because the extent of your beliefs is going to be the extent of your creation. So believe big, you know what I mean? This is about learning about the things you're creating right now. I would advise all of you guys to create something around this time. Over the next 6 months, like, just create something. It might be love, it might be a child, and also just finding new ways to express your own beliefs, Leo. You know, Sagittarius is a mutable fire sign, so it's going to bring changes to you that you're going to want to stabilize as a Leo, being a fixed sign. Let's get into the cards, though. It's this message here: the Fool and the King of Swords. So some of you guys are definitely trying to make a calculated risk. That's what I keep hearing, is an intellectual risk. This is a risk that you're taking, that you've thought about making. It's a leap of faith in a new direction, Leo, that you have thought about making for a while. And the facts are important to you. You may be dealing with a masculine air sign, a Gemini, a Libra, Aquarius. The things that males are saying to you is really important, Leo. So basically, masculine mental authority people that are speaking out in authority. There may be something that a man says to you specifically, and this person may be an air sign. But I do think this is just you, Leo. There's a new beginning here with an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, male or female. You know, you don't want to get caught up in the gender. And this is a king, so that should kind of raise your eyebrows a little bit. Could be a Gemini. Gemini had King of Swords come out in their reading. But yeah, again, calculated risk, okay? Needing the truth. Does the Fool, because this is a truthful fool. This is an honest fool here. Someone who wants to start completely over mentally. This is kind of like the Ace of Swords. Like, I'm done thinking certain things. This is a hell of a message. Some of you could be dealing with Libra, because we do have the bottom of the deck here, which is Libra. And the King of Swords is Libra to me. It could be an Aquarius, Gemini, but we have Libra here. The bottom of the deck is fairness, justice. We have an immense amount of balance taking place here. Two different balance scales in these pictures here. So financial balance is also important. We have the Knight of Cups. So you could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or just love. Some of you guys have love coming in from an Aquarius. This is Pisces, Aquarius energy. Some of you guys need to keep faith in love. Oh my God, Leo, you are not losing faith in love, are you? Because faith and love go hand in hand with you, because Sagittarius is all about what you believe in, faith and philosophy and whatever, and it's your house of love and romance. You definitely have a soulmate here, Leo. Do not lose faith in love. Okay, this is either from an Aquarius, someone with Aquarius and Pisces energy. This is healing, a very healing love offer here. It doesn't have to be a water sign or an Aquarius. The Knight of Cups is anybody who's on a horse, willing to express their feelings. This might be someone from the past, because we have the Six of Cups and the Two of Cups here. So if you're dealing with an Aquarius from the past, Leo, there is definitely, if there was children involved, the Six of Cups is children. But I'm just gonna tell you guys straight up, this is two soulmate cards. You could be dealing with two different people. Some of you guys have a lot of regrets. Okay, I don't know if this was a sexual encounter. We have two aces, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and now we have the Queen of Wands, which is you, Leo, in your feminine form. Okay, taking action. Two new beginnings coming to you, even though you're conflicted emotionally about a new spark of passion. Some of you guys, this is what I wanted to show you, is that this person is so distraught about something that didn't work out. Okay, this is you focusing way too much on the negative. I told you guys how important optimism is in Sagittarius season. This might be someone else, Leo, who's like focused on something that didn't work out with you. But look at those two cups that are behind you. Are right here. So there's a strong energy here of a reconciliation throughout this new moon cycle, and that must be why you're being told to keep faith, whether this is someone from a past life or just, you know, love coming back in from someone new, better than the old person maybe. But yeah, first we're getting more fair about who gave what, because this was an obvious unfair situation. Even though these cards are both upright, there's something in your life, I don't know if it has to do with a project or creativity. It's going to be love and romance for some of you, but I'm just going to say in general, the message for you, Leo, is to not give more than you're receiving. Don't receive more than you're giving. Some of you guys are dealing with court and marriage, and you know who gets what. Maybe it's a divorce energy, maybe it involves a Libra or the law in some way. Okay, because this is financial law, like, and karma. Okay, someone here who, I don't know who was on the receiving end or who gave more or who didn't give more, but the scales are gonna balance out to where, Leo, if you were the person who gave too much, you know, you're either going to be put in a situation for that person to give to you, or for you to get what you weren't getting from, somewhere else. The scales are going to balance in the name of karma. Back to this message though, we have the Fool. So think about it, Leo. You've been thinking about this new beginning. You've been thinking about it very strongly. You're trying to be very intellectual. This is like, you want to think of a risk that a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius would make, because they're going to think a lot before they take this leap. Like, this is your truth. Okay, you're detaching yourself so that you can kind of just release yourself and come to the edge. Come to the edge, Leo. You guys, this might be about a conversation that takes place. New conversations for sure, with Mercury in your 5th house. So you're going to start communicating with people who are soulmates and romance. Communication with children, important here. I don't know if this is a new beginning mentally or with an air sign, but this is the King of Swords and the Fool. So you've thought about it, and now, Leo, it's time to make that leap. You have the truth, you have the facts that you need in order to make this leap of faith. Okay, it's all about balance now. Okay, some of you, Libra is going to be very important, but this is a new moon in your 5th house, Leo. So what is it that you believe about creativity? Can you create what it is that you believe right now? And what is your philosophy when it comes to romance and expressing yourself? So basically just expressing what you believe, which is apparently something completely new, right? You could be dealing with an Aries. I don't know if I mentioned that. All right, let's move on to Virgo. Ooh, we almost had the Hierophant jump out. So some of you are dealing with commitment, beliefs, tradition, Taurus, marriage, if I haven't already said that. And we just had the 3 of Cups. So I don't know if you're dealing with third parties, or some of you guys are celebrating in a church, or celebrating with friends, okay, or with a Taurus friend specifically. What is the new moon in Sagittarius on November 26th to December 26th? What's the new moon in Sagittarius message for Virgo? We almost had the 2 of Cups, decisions in love, or reconciliation. Wow, 6 of Cups coming out after that. Huge soulmate energy there, especially people coming back from your past to reconcile. Children may be involved here, but huge soulmate vibration almost coming out. Okay, I'm gonna have to ask for more about that, Virgo, because that kind of came out kind of interestingly. Before we even look at the cards and talk about the cards, let's go over this energy, okay? Sagittarius. Let's talk about Sagittarius, Virgo. You're mutable. Pisces is mutable. Gemini is mutable, and Sagittarius is mutable. So, Virgo, Sagittarius squares you, okay? We got Sagittarius here, we got Virgo here. There's a harsh 90-degree angle square that Sagittarius and Virgo make on the zodiac wheel. So in astrology, squares are a little bit complicated. They bring up compromise, they bring up karma. You have to meet in the middle. It's very rough energy. Okay, it has a lot harder over time. These 2 energies, Sagittarius, Virgo, this new moon squaring you, has a harder time harmoniously coinciding like a trine would in astrology. Okay, so this may happen. Now, Virgo, Sag is 4 houses away from you. So this whole season, this new moon, it's all about your home. It's all about your family, your foundation, your roots, where you consider yourself to be from. But this new moon itself is all about beliefs and philosophy and higher learning. So combining those energies is like, how can you expand your home moving into 2020, Virgo? What is it that you believe about your home? And, what is it that your home says that you believe? Certain things that are portrayed in your home, like quotes and stuff like that. Very important. What is it that you believe about family? Okay, I don't know if any of you guys are going to be traveling to see family. That's important because the 4th house is family, 9th house is travel, Sagittarius is travel. So yeah, your home, your house, your foundation. What do you believe about it, Virgo? The 4th house is a foundation for your beliefs. Okay, very emotional house. And the thing is Sagittarius is planting new seeds there. So your home is going to start expanding. That may be literal. There may be people in and out of the home in relation to what you believe. So it may expand this way. It may expand this way, but either way, you're learning. Okay, there's an adventure going on here with your family and your 4th house. And again, what is it that you believe? Now we have the Fool. Okay, this is the card that came out. I'm going to get another one for you because Cancer just received the Fool. You could be dealing with a Cancer. You may have Cancer energy. This is coming out by itself for you though. So there's a new beginning happening with the Sagittarius new moon, but Virgo, you're absolutely going to have to take risks. And that's not easy for you, right, Virgo? Because you're ruled by Mercury, which is actually in Sagittarius. And this is the card for Uranus, which is in Taurus right now. It's the only planet that's still retrograde. So this may be a really weird new beginning. It may not come from, a logical place. It may not come from somewhere normal or predictable. It may be unpredictable. This may be someone else in your life, or you may be just ready to jump into the unknown and the unpredictable. You could be dealing with an Aries, but this is the first card in the major arcana, Virgo. This is what started the whole thing off, this leap of faith, this adventure. Great energy for Sagittarius. Sagittarius does embody the Fool a bit. But yeah, maybe this is a new home for you guys. Might take risks when it comes to family or home, but you're wanting to jump in a new. Sagittarius is really pulling you to live somewhere new, Virgo, or maybe not necessarily, but just to like make yourself feel like where you live and where your foundation is, it has a new beginning in store. Your bags are packed. All right. Bottom of the deck is the Six of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. We've got some mirroring going on. Somebody here may not be emotionally available. Okay, there is a missed opportunity here. Because somebody here is secretly in turmoil. You could definitely be dealing with a Cancer. I feel like Cancer may have, I'm not sure. No, the Ten of Swords came up for someone else though. Aries. But we have the High Priestess. This is Pisces, Cancer energy. This is the Moon. So I don't know if there's some secrets going on. We definitely have Cancer. Cancer and Virgo. There's some secret third parties or some secret collaborations. These may be spiritual collaborations you have with three people. There's a spiritual collaboration here. There's some kind of plan that is being kept secret, not in a bad way, not in a bad way at all. It's a secret plan, you know what I mean? It's something that's coming together behind the scenes spiritually. So I don't know if there's a dream that you have specific to this, Virgo, or that might tell you something about this, because something is not revealed to you as well with this combination. I do feel some of you guys are spiritually collaborating with other people, maybe behind the scenes, maybe it's unknown, but you have a plan. Now we do have the Chariot here in the Eight of Cups. There might have been a Cancer. There's definitely a water sign woman here showing up. Eight of Cups, the Chariot could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Someone here is trying to, we have actually Sagittarius showing up now. So someone here is trying to be the Queen of Cups. This could be you, Sag. Virgo, sorry. I don't know if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, but we do have the Temperance card here. We have a lot of people here. We have a King of Wands. So there is a masculine Sagittarius present, or a Leo or an Aries, but this is telling you to be patient in order to balance your emotions. Okay, someone here definitely needs balance emotionally. Okay, follow your intuition here, Virgo. When it comes to, I don't know if someone gets in their car and drives away here, because the Chariot is a Cancer. You guys could be walking towards a Cancer. You could be walking away, specifically around December 12th all the way to January 12th, because we have the full moon cycle coming up here. Although we're talking about a new moon, Virgo, the full moon in Gemini is going to be in your 10th house of career. So again, some of you guys, this is involving a Cancer. You may be headed somewhere with a Cancer, or again, the Chariot could be a car. So with the Eight of Cups, that's someone who's walking away emotionally. I don't know if this involves a Cancer that did that, but the Eight of Cups can sometimes be somebody who walked away who was returning. Okay, so keep an eye out on what goes on around the 12th of December to January 12th, because you're definitely going to be in the car. Okay, not only did you emotionally detach yourself, but you're actually in a car, like driving somewhere. Again, this may have to do with a Sag, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, definitely Cancer. But moving on, this has been an obstacle for you, Virgo. These emotions here that are draining you. You're walking away from that. You're going on a soul journey, and that's why you're collaborating with people who, they're better matches for you spiritually. This is some kind of spiritual plan that you're unaware of, that you can only know, Virgo, if you follow your intuition. Okay, someone that is secretly going through all this ending, all this pain, and that's why you or someone else is not emotionally available. Okay, there might have been a missed opportunity because someone was in pain, or someone literally their back was hurting, or someone's emotionally bored or unavailable, and they're just letting things end all around them. This is spiritual endings. Follow your intuition. If there's someone from your past that it ended with that is trying to offer you something, Virgo, because you know what you want here. You're focused on it tremendously. You've done a lot of emotional contemplation. And now that you're reaching a better place of equal give and take, and now that you're getting attention and promotions, I do feel like this is something that's given to you, a promotion, attention. You have victory here. Okay, this is what was at the bottom of the deck, but we have 2 6s. So the more and more that the scale equalizes between the give and the take, because let's be honest, Virgo, you can really overgive yourself sometimes. This is about you actually receiving and getting public ignition. Or public recognition, excuse me. Let's see what this Fool is about. My cards just revealed the Ace of Cups, the Judgment, and the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. So there is new love, but it's a new love with someone for the second time, if that makes sense. Like, it's a new love that is from the past. It's a second chance to heal. It's a second chance at a new beginning emotionally. It might involve a child. But this is somebody who can be with you like logically with the 10 of Pentacles. You know, thinking about the long term with this Capricorn energy. This might be about family or financial fulfillment. I'm feeling the 10th house here. So I don't know why my cards wanted to show me that, but this might be a job. For some of you, a new career and new love is going to come at the same time, around December 12th through January 12th. You're going to see yourself very, very financially fulfilled in some kind of long-term commitment, possibly because you made a judgment decision. Like, Virgo, there is a decision here to resurrect feelings between you and another person. Like, you got a second chance here to awaken new love. Now, you may get a phone call here that is either about love or work. So that's what the Fool is about. But let's get one more. Why'd the Fool come out for Virgo for this new moon in Sagittarius? There's a risk. Things are going to get weird. Okay. Now, I just dropped that. It does have something to do with the Empress. So some of you are mothers. Look at that. This always comes out for Virgo. This is a new beginning. This is a risk that you're going to have to take financially. It might be a risk to come out of being single, to come out of being self-sufficient and independent. But yeah, you're ready to make this new leap. For some of you, it's very financial. You've been on your own for a while financially, and you're like ready. You're stable enough. You're secure enough. You're attractive enough. Like, some of you, this is a new love coming to you. Okay, but you're stable, Virgo, throughout this new moon. Yeah, we've got the Empress, we've got the 10 of Cups. Wow, we've got the 4 of Wands. There's something coming into you for you, Virgo, with this Sagittarius new moon. Keep in mind, this is all about your home, but something might get given to you by a fire sign. This might be something you need in regards to taking action, but 10 of Cups, 4 of Wands, that's marriage, that's twin flame energy. Some of you guys are pregnant and mothers, and there's this happy home environment. Wow, you are stable enough to make this risk. You are. Even if it's in a completely different direction. Like, wow, I see. This is like a happy ever after kind of energy. Your family, your kids, some kind of celebration, maybe Christmas time. By Christmas time, you guys are really feeling that beautiful and abundant energy. You know, Venus is in Capricorn now, which is your 5th house, guys. That's about romance and children. So I think it's beautiful, Virgo. I think some of you guys are really starting to follow your heart about what would emotionally fulfill you. And some of you are married. Okay, we got the energy of marriage here, commitment, celebration. I mean, it doesn't get much better than the 10 of Cups and the 4 of Wands, but this is something that's going to be offered to you if you haven't seen it yet, okay? It's like that 10th pentacle is coming in. You've got everything you need except love. You've got everything you need except home or money or the job or something that you need is coming into you, okay? 4th house new moon, Virgo, what is it that you believe? Okay, create a foundation for your beliefs, and you'll see it change. You'll see new beginnings come in relation to your home and your family. All right, let's move to Libra. Libra, what is the new moon in Sagittarius? Now, we almost had the 6 of Wands come out, so you know, Libra, you're wanting to be recognized for something. You want acknowledgement. There's some kind of attention that may be relevant here. We've got cards coming out. Wow, Libra. Okay, Libra, so before we reveal the card, let's talk a little bit about the new moon in Sag. Okay, this is 3 houses away from you. So, you know, this new moon and this entire Sagittarius season has put a focus on communication for you, Libra. And you're an air sign. So communication is quite important to you, I would say, as someone who wields a sword of clarity. Libra, the new moon in Sag is all about what you believe. It's about expanding your knowledge and higher learning. It's about philosophy. So you're going to be communicating a lot from a place of passion, from a place of belief. You know, if you believe it, Libra, you need to speak it throughout this new moon cycle, all the way up for the next 6 months. There's new seeds being planted, and for you, you're giving this new moon a voice. So it's very important. Please don't underestimate the power of your voice. You're actually casting a actual spell. So for you, Libra, I'm going to say it's very important that you say the words, I believe, dot, dot, dot. I believe, and I believe, you know what I'm saying? Really speaking your beliefs into existence, because you have a voice for these this new moon seeds. These intentions need to be spoke. So the things that you spoke, the things that other people spoke to you throughout this new moon cycle between the November 26th and Christmas time, those words are going to really, really, you're going to have to ask yourself, does that resonate with me? Do I believe that? It's very, very careful of saying things that you don't truly believe in. Okay, if you don't believe in it, then why would you give it your manifesting abilities to even let it speak? You know what I'm saying? So there's something here about the not the truth, like only saying things that are true to you, that you believe, that you resonate with. You may have to speak out. Third house, new moon, you know, new ways to communicate, but there is darkness here, right? So some of you guys, there's a conversation that needs to take place so that you can see clearly, and that's really interesting. It must be time to get into the cards, because the card that came out is the moon. We have Pisces here. This is the ruling tarot card for Pisces, but this is the ruling planet for Cancer. So you could be dealing with a Cancer or a Pisces, but you know, Libra, the moon is something that comes out for people who aren't seeing clearly. This Sagittarius New Moon definitely didn't give Libra sight to see and to therefore communicate. So I don't know if this is about a secret. There might be something that you're not saying. This is about what you're not saying, Libra. New moon in your third house, secrets. Darkness, your shadow side, your fears, something that you're afraid to say, Libra. You're afraid to speak your truth, Libra. Follow your intuition, Libra. The things that are going on behind the scenes at an emotional level with you. So if you know your moon sign, this is going to really help you during this shadow side, because the moon represents your shadow side. It's some kind of illusion that you're going through with this Sagittarius new moon. So yeah, you could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer, or just fears, darkness, not knowing everything. The way through this energy, take it from a Pisces, Libra, is to see your way through situations, not by truth, but by intuition. You might not have the facts, air sign, but I know that your feelings and your intuition and even your dreams have been leading you to a certain facts about yourself. If it's not the truth, then feel your way through this truth, because this is about feeling your truth. Okay, the third house has a lot to do with your lower mind and short distance travel, the things that you consider to be true. That's that Gemini energy. Speaking of Gemini, we do have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck, so you could be dealing with a Gemini. Someone here specifically may have a Gemini moon. All right, Pisces, Gemini energy coming up here. This is my secret lovers combination. Secret lovers, that's what we are. Trying so hard to hide the way we feel, because we both belong to someone else, but we can't let go. So I don't know if that resonates with any of you guys, but when the moon and the Lovers comes out, this is like, first of all, it's a connection happening at nighttime. It's a connection that you have in your dreams. It's a connection that you're keeping a secret. Maybe there's something about a decision or a relationship or a Gemini in specific that these illusions are coming up intuitively about. You want to follow your intuition when it comes to decisions you're making. Now, Libra, this is the Gemini full moon. Although someone may have a moon in Gemini here, the moon is in Gemini as I record this. Over the next couple of days leading up to December 12th, we will have a full moon in Gemini. So I'm recording this kind of late, but I still wanted to get this message out. There's something important about the moon being in Gemini. So December 12th, December 11th, December 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, very important days. I don't know if you're hiding the way you feel about someone, Libra. It's a very secret connection you have with someone who's maybe at a distance. Maybe you're not sure. But this is ultimately, yeah, it's a wish fulfillment. It's a wish come true. And guess for who? For you, Libra. This is karma. Yeah, I don't know if this is literally your card. You could be dealing with another Libra. But you showed up for your own reading, and we have Cancer quite quickly after you. So Cancer, Libra energy. You're trying to move forward, similar to Virgo. I don't know if you walked away emotionally, or if you are on this full moon, walking away emotionally in spite of obstacles, because this has been an obstacle for you, not being able to see how you can detach yourself emotionally. But this is something that's coming to you karmically to balance out the scales that are you, Libra. It's about time that you get something that you've wanted, right? It's about fucking time. For some of you, this is going to put you at a crossroads between something you're wanting, something you desire so much, and a person that you have right across the room. Like, I don't know if this is putting you I don't know, some of you desire a connection. That's only for some of you. You know, Libra, you're the 7th house. So of course, you know, you're all about relationships. Some of you guys are actually in marriages. This is like a marriage. Okay, I don't know if this is about a car or something like that, or if you're dealing with court, lawyers, anything like that. But the focus here is fulfilling your own self emotionally when it comes to what you secretly feel about relationships right now. Okay, obviously there's something involving communication here. Okay, there's something in the dark that the Gemini full moon may reveal. There's something going on here. I don't know if you have a dream about somebody, or if this is someone you're connected to emotionally at a soul level. They may be at a distance from you physically, but that does not eliminate the fact that there is a soul connection. This is like a soulmate, twin flame, but you guys have a secret decision to make. The Lover's card is all about decisions. I don't know if there's a secret third party, if someone's already in a relationship. Lots of energy coming from the moon and the Lovers. Okay, some of you guys are moon lovers, so your moons might be opposite, or your moons might square, or you might have the same moon sign. But there's a moon connection here, okay, that Gemini specifically is going to show you. Now, Libra, Gemini is your 9th house. Okay, although you're going through 3rd house energy with Sagittarius, the full moon is going to bring completion. So I don't know if you're going through long distance here with somebody. Could be dealing with a Leo. I just got a Snapchat from a Leo. But yeah, something, I'm not going to expose Libra too much just in case there's cross watchers watching, because when the moon comes up in a reading, I respect the shadows that are there. So there's shadows in your relationships, Libra, that is important, and there are also decisions that you need to make at an emotional level, not a factual level. It's not about the truth right now, Libra. It's about what you feel, okay? So 3rd house, new moon. This is going to bring you to new conversations, I'm literally hearing plant a seed of conversation, which is lyrics to a song I heard not too long ago. So please know that you're talking to new people. The things that you're saying are actually planting. They're going to be growing throughout the next 6 months. So make sure they're things you believe in that you are saying, okay? Hopefully that helped, Libra. Let's move into Scorpio. Scorpio, what is the new moon in Scorpio? What is the new moon in Sagittarius message for Scorpio? So we have a card coming out. I'm probably going to clarify that, even though I know it's you. I know that was a message for you, Scorpio. So before we reveal the cards, let's talk a little bit about the new moon in Sagittarius. First of all, I don't know why I wore this hoodie to record, but let's talk about the new moon in Sag and where it is for you, Scorpio, where it's happening. So Sagittarius is 2 houses away from you. Last month, about a month ago, we have a new moon in Scorpio. So you've already went through this kind of dark energy. And now since you went through your 1st house, we move to your 2nd house, and then we'll move to your 3rd house the next month, and 4th house. That's how these things go. So Scorpio, you're going through the opposite energy of Taurus. So you're going through a new moon in your 2nd house of resources, finances, and values. Anything that you possess, which could be, well, anything. All right, so the new moon in Sagittarius is all about what you believe. It's about expansion. It's about philosophy and higher learning. So Scorpio, what is it that is expanding for you? There may be some new resources that come in for you. That's the good thing about new moons in the 2nd house, is that seeds are being planted so that over the next 6 months you find yourself in a place of receiving, things coming to you, new resources and new things that you didn't have before, right? Whatever tangible things that you needed, whether it's money, because this is a huge financial house for you. So there could be some expansion happening financially. This is about what is yours, Scorpio, what belongs to you, all right? And what you believe in relationships. So what do you believe you have, Scorpio? And how can you learn from the things that you have? And do the things that you own and have, are they a reflection of your highest beliefs? Do you believe that you have this thing? Whatever it is, Scorpio, if you believe that you have it, especially because you are a Scorpio and Sag is your 2nd house. So believing and having and believing and knowing and having, they all go hand in hand. But the card here coming out for you, Scorpio, we have the 8 of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy here. This is not a very comfortable place to be emotionally. So some of you guys can relate that to that 2nd house energy. Like, you're not as connected, probably by will. You've probably disconnected yourself from how you feel about this prison. Because, some of you guys are really feeling trapped with the 8 of Swords, okay? There's these 8 different thoughts, or this thought that you've had 8 times that you've kind of imprisoned yourself in, okay? Someone could actually be in prison. Someone or you, Scorpio, if you are in prison, I don't think you're watching my video, but This is a metaphorical prison for most of you guys. Something you feel trapped in, you feel like you can't move, you can't see. And this is in regards to what you believe about your financial situation over this moon cycle. So is there some kind of resource or financial situation, Scorpio, that you've trapped yourself in? You can't see your way through this. I always say with this card, the way out is the front door. Okay, I don't care if you're leaving a job, a relationship, a home situation. The way out, the way forward is forward. Because we can kind of blind ourselves sometimes and make ourselves feel like we have to stay here. But this is all in your head, Scorpio. There's something that's all in your head. It's all in your head, this negative thing. And I do have to say this. I'm not afraid of you, Scorpio. I have to say this. Some of you guys are keeping yourself trapped in a certain way of thinking. Okay? You want to ask yourself what your beliefs have. Do you believe you're stuck, Scorpio? Because if you believe you're stuck, if you don't believe you have enough, you don't. And I know that's easier said than done when we've got people out here with kids and Christmas coming up, and if you guys don't have the resources that you need. I don't know how all of you guys are going to be doing financially around this time. It's going to be different for all of you, but there's a new moon in your second house. That's all I know, Scorpio. And that means that there's new energy. There needs to be new resources coming in. Okay, new financial opportunities. And is it that you're stuck in old ways of believing, old beliefs that don't resonate with you anymore? Somewhere you're keeping yourself trapped. I feel like it's in a home environment, and it's just, maybe there's some house is too small. You feel trapped there. It's a suffocating, smothering energy here. And one of the main things I always point out about this Eight of Swords woman or man is that her feet are strategically placed out of the water of what she feels. And that is why she's kind of feeling stuck in her head, because she's detached herself from what she feels. And you're a water sign, Scorpio. So bottom of the deck is the King of Cups, which is you. This is a masculine Scorpio. Could be Pisces, Cancer that you're dealing with as well. But this is my Scorpio man. For those of you who are women watching, maybe you need to embody a little bit more of this masculine energy. And some of you guys are taking a very masculine approach to emotion. It's, for lack of a better term, like you're just detaching, masculine emotion, it can make someone feel inferior. This is someone who obviously wears their emotion right on their sleeve, but you know how it is, Scorpio. Sometimes you keep what you feel a secret. The King of Cups does that. He's surrounded by water, and he's the king, so he's mastered his emotion. And one thing I've had to learn about mastering emotion is that you can feel what you feel without speaking it, without giving someone that permission or access to that cup. Okay, so yeah, you guys are feeling emotionally trapped, maybe with another water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or with a man in your life. This is the King of Cups and the Eight of Swords. So I feel this is someone who's really emotionally like smothered, or like they don't feel like they have the space or the environment that can allow them to feel what they feel. Even further into the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles and the Six. So we go from the Five to the Six of Pentacles. This is about maybe a loss of a job. Some of you might be unemployed. It's a very tough time to go through financial conflict with all the holidays and stuff like that. This is about something that you lost. And quite simply, Scorpio, asking for fucking help. Okay, the Six of Pentacles is a gift that gives you, it's charity. It's the equal give and take. Scorpio, if you need help financially and you feel really scared to ask somebody, just remind yourself of what you've most likely did for that person. If you need $50 from somebody, I'm not saying that you once upon a time gave them $50, but did you help them emotionally? Were you there for them? Did you support them? Because Scorpios are such supportive people. You guys are the house of shared resources. So yeah, there's this energy of what you've given away, Scorpio, and how that has tipped the scales in someone else's favor. It's left you left out in the cold. Like, be very careful, okay? Because this is just a message for someone. I think it has trapped you emotionally. Like, you feel trapped in a feeling that you have, and you cannot stop thinking about it. Like, you're trying to remain emotionally balanced throughout this time, but there's a feeling that you're trying not to feel, but it's like it's not a puddle anymore, Scorpio. This is an ocean. Like, you might avoid there are puddles when it comes to your feelings that you can avoid. Little minor feelings. I don't know if there's any minor emotion for, like, emotion doesn't come big or small for water signs, but I'm seeing this metaphor that you've detached yourself from the puddles of your feelings, but you can never detach yourself from the oceans of what you feel. So, you know what I'm saying? This is about what you've given away. You must have given something, or maybe you had to ask for help, and you just feel like in this position of loss. You feel abandoned. Might have to do with a relationship specifically. Could be dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or Leo. This was a very strong emotional connection you had with somebody though, and I don't know if there was just financial conflict or someone got left out in the cold. This might be a reconciliation. Someone you left out in the cold, maybe wanting to reconcile. I don't know if this person's blocked though. It could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but someone wants to express something to you, or you want to express something to someone, but someone's blocked or defensive, or they've just been through a lot when it comes to relationships. And I think that's you, Scorpio. You've been left out in the cold. You've extended your hand, your time, your money, your emotion, your energy, and you've gotten crumbs in return. So you're starting to leave people out in the cold like they left you out in the cold. There's a lot of people who feel left out in the cold by you, but if they only knew that you're in this water sign prison of your emotion, like this is being imprisoned with a specific situation that you feel, and you are trying your best to stabilize it. And again, this is your second house, so I don't know if you have a certain feeling about something you gave away intimately to someone else, Scorpio, like a fact about yourself, or just, it's that almost like you're 3 steps away from revenge here, right? And for some of you guys, this is just you in your own head. You know what I mean? It's just you keeping yourself trapped by reliving certain feelings. You know what I mean? I don't know, Scorpio. I don't know here. Let's clarify this 8 of Swords. I know it has something to do with your emotion. I know it has something to do with that. Please tell me more about this 8 of Swords for Scorpio for the Sagittarius New Moon. Now, yeah, some of you guys are trying to take a stand. There might be competition, but you're trying to stand up for yourself. Although you are so trapped in your head about what you feel, and you're like trying to detach from how you feel, but that's only making it worse, making you feel more stuck. Okay. Could definitely be dealing with a Leo or a Sagittarius. There's 2 cards that just came out. Okay, wow. I'm gonna have to leave it like that. So, Scorpio, 4 of Cups, the Lovers. You could be dealing with a Gemini specifically. But the Lovers in reverse is, a breakup. I don't know if this is someone who there's a breakup here. If you're dealing with a Gemini, they're not very happy. This could have been a third party. There could have been distance, but there's a missed opportunity here to reconcile with somebody. That's why you guys are I don't give a fuck if you're going through financial stuff. The Scorpios I'm reading for, they're in their head because of love. Most of you guys are single, and you're just you're not connecting with someone. Why? Because you're very in your head about, you could be single and away from someone, but you're still emotionally connected to them. You're trying so hard to release yourself. Like, these are missed opportunities. Like, people could be texting you, calling you, and they may be good suitors, you know what I mean? But you're emotionally unavailable, period. I could end the reading there. Like, you are emotionally bored, you're unsatisfied, and there's offers coming into you, text messages, phone calls, and you're just like not in a place to receive them. You could be ignoring them or actually missing the opportunities because you feel stuck somewhere else. Your head is somewhere else. So there's a decision you're not making. Some of you guys are already in a relationship, and therefore you cannot accept offers from other people. Others of you guys are single because the bottom of the deck is the 9 of Pentacles now. So similar to Virgo, you could be dealing with a Virgo. There's a new beginning that you're being told to. There's a new beginning available here to those of you guys who feel self-sufficient, but for those of you who are still wrapped up in like another situation, you may have to this is a situation that needs handled. And you're trying to handle it by just ignoring it, Scorpio, but let me just tell you, someone who's dated a Scorpio, like, you have your way of dealing with emotions, but it's really the emotions you inflict in other people that is, interesting. So what I'm trying to say is that somebody may still feel something for you, and since you're a water sign, you can kind of pick up on that. So I don't know if you guys aren't over somebody. There's someone here who isn't over a connection. This is a twin flame connection. They mirrored certain things to you. They were a reflection of you, but it's a breakup. You're separated from someone right now, and because you're separated from someone, you're like being emotionally loyal. Okay, but for some of you guys, this emotional loyalty that you're paying to someone, basically, literally not, you guys think that that's not cheating, right? Not allowing someone else to, you're like not giving emotional attention to a situation or to yourself or to someone in order to be loyal to yourself. But come on now, Scorpio. Come on now, Scorpio. Maybe you guys are afraid to accept certain offers because you want to stay in this safe place of protection emotionally, because some of you guys have been through breakups and stuff. Okay, So wow, maybe there's a decision you guys are not making. Maybe you're deciding to miss an opportunity because you're emotionally unavailable. But Scorpio, you know, this is all about your second house. Okay? This is all about your second house of what you own. Maybe you don't want to be a possession to somebody. But what is it that you believe you have, Scorpio? If you believe it, you have it, okay? You're going to be expanding in a valued sort of way. Okay, hopefully that helped. Very deep reading there. All right, let's move to Sagittarius. Happy birthday, guys. What is the new moon in Sagittarius, November 26th through December 26th? What's the new moon in Sagittarius message for Sagittarius? Sagittarius new moon message for Sagittarius. What can we talk about with Sag? I hope you guys are having good solar returns. Hope you're staying optimistic, Sagittarius, and positive. New moon in Sagittarius for Sagittarius, please. Oh. We have the Devil coming out. I actually had a premonition that this would come out. So either you guys are dealing with Capricorn, somebody with Capricorn energy may be important, or you're dealing with some toxic, like Capricorn is major in the zodiac wheel right now. Yeah, this is maybe your mother, a Libra, an Aries, a Taurus. I don't know. Someone might be pregnant here. But that's addiction, obsession, lust, toxicity. But it's also Capricorn. So, and it didn't come all the way out, Sag. But I just thought that was interesting because I literally thought that would come out for you guys. So, be careful with that. What is the new moon in Sagittarius message for Sag? And it fell on the floor, of course. All right, so I'm actually going to leave this face down. I have no idea what the card is, Sagittarius. We'll reveal it together. That could be like a metaphor or something. Finding something out with somebody, revealing something with someone. I don't know why I'm getting the energy of like a pregnancy reveal for some of you guys. Like, it's a boy or whatever. But Sag, okay. New moon in your first house, okay. This is all about your solar returns. It's all about the things you're going through. It's yourself, okay? The first house is the house of self. So who you are, who do you believe you are, Sagittarius? And how is it that, how is the way that other people view you affecting that? Please don't allow other people's perception of you or the way other people narrate you into their stories to affect the belief you have in yourself. Because this is about believing in yourself, Sagittarius, for sure. This is about expanding who you are. There's new seeds being planted for you and you only. This is your new moon. So self-expansion comes up here. Self-belief, you know, self-fulfilling prophecies and philosophies here, okay? Yeah. And the first house is all about your aura. It's your personality. So like your personality is expanding here over the next 6 months until the full moon in Sagittarius. And then, of course, we have the full moon in Gemini opposing you, which I'll talk about in another video in like a week or so. But yeah, we do have the moons in Gemini as I'm recording this. And, you know, that's going to oppose you and it's going to bring completions to your relationships. Please know the endings happening with other people are starting new beginnings with you. Okay, and this is all about, you know, Jupiter, how it was in Sagittarius the last year and it just moved into Capricorn. It's going to be there all of 2020. So there's going to be a lot of expansion. You're ruled by Jupiter, Sagittarius, and it was fun having Jupiter in Sagittarius. It's very fun energy, but now Jupiter moved into Capricorn. So I'm going to have another video for that too. But Sag, this is just, for lack of a better term, like this is all about you. It's how you're seen, you know, your expansive self, because there's you and then there's this higher you. Your higher self is what we call that in spirituality. So yeah, there's this you and you're this character in everybody else's story, but who is it that you narrate yourself to be, Sagittarius, in your most highest form of knowledge? Like there's something here about knowledge of yourself, like knowing who you are, Sagittarius, and believing in that. Even if you can't see that, even if you're not a reflection of that right now, if you can believe it, you can have it, you can obtain it. Okay, you know how important beliefs are. Okay, so the card coming out, Sagittarius, it fell on the ground and we have the 5 of Cups in reverse. I'm glad it's in reverse. For some of you, this could be the 5 of Cups in upright, but I'm going to talk about it in the reverse, okay? 5 of Cups, this is water energy, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So there's a new moon in your first house, Sagittarius. You're definitely going to be feeling emotion. Now, this is conflict. Some of you guys, the message here is to come out of emotional conflict, okay? I'm gonna show you guys the card right up, but just keep in mind that this energy is the reverse, okay? So in the Five of Cups, there's this guy, there's this dude, there's this girl, there's this person, okay? And they're standing by a river, and there's this running water near them, and they're focused on these three cups that have dumped over. Okay, cups are emotion. You could be dealing with a Pisces, a Cancer, a Scorpio, water sign energy. You may have your own water sign energy. But this energy is pessimistic. And I talked all about pessimism and how important it is to be optimistic with your season. So I'm glad that you guys are trying to get out of emotional confliction. Like, you know, you're going to realize by, you know, Christmas time or whatever, that you're feeling less emotionally conflicted about the past. You guys are starting to focus on not what you lost, but what you still have to gain in a situation. You know, we can lose lots of things. These three cups knocked over, it could be, you know, a home situation, a family, a relationship. It's anything that is dumped over. It could be a friendship. The Three of Cups is symbolic for friendship and stuff. Like, you guys might not be really feeling like celebrating with the Three of Cups knocked over. You know, the Three of Cups is celebration and getting together, gossip. So around the holidays, you guys just might be like, yay, woo, you got me socks, thanks, you know. And for your birthdays, you know, you might not feel like celebrating, but I hope some of you still do, because I feel Sagittarius has been going through emotional conflict for a while, meaning that there's 5 different things in your life that are all making you feel different things, and you're trying to get yourself out of that. This is someone who is done focusing on the past. It's water under the bridge. It's over. I'm no longer going to let my past dictate my future, because if I do, I'm going to knock over the last 2 cups I have. You know what I mean? So don't cry over spilled milk. Sagittarius is done crying over spilled milk. You guys are just getting a lot more serious about what remains in a situation. Like, if I lost this friend, you know, then maybe I should learn what I learned from that, and to know the friends that are still around me. Or if this didn't work out in a relationship, it's all about how much the importance of these 2 cups. Because if you're clumsy, Sagittarius, you could easily back in. You could let the perception of your past and the perception of woe catapult you backwards into ruining a potential reconciliation, or, you know, the rest of what you have in this card is the energy coming up here. Bottom of the deck, you. Knight of Wands. You could be dealing with a Cancer, because the Knight of Wands came out for Cancer. But this is totally you, okay? There's an underlying energy here of you kind of being in and out, kind of all over the place, you know, passionate about multiple things, Sagittarius, quickly expressing something. You know, Mercury is in Sagittarius now, and it's coming into Sagittarius after a really long time being in Scorpio and retrograding, and woo, that was hard. But now Mercury's in Sag, so, you know, the things that you're thinking passionately, you know, this could be like a one-night stand, and a person who's in and out of your life, or you who you're in and out of other people's life. I feel like these 2 energies are linked, though. Okay, somebody might come and express something to you with the Knight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and this message that you express or that someone expresses to you, it may release you from, like, it's closure, Sagittarius. Some of you guys need closure in order to, like, let something just finally be over and run its course, you know what I'm saying? So you could be dealing with another Sag, or an Aries, or a Leo, but whoever this is somebody who's coming from heartbreak. Okay, we have the 3 of Swords, so this is either you, Saggy, someone here, yeah, someone, you got to be very careful, because this is either you or someone else who's like, there's definitely a third-party situation here, and, you know, you're trying to get yourself out of those, right? And it's usually you, Sagittarius, who's the third party. I'm not saying that some of you out there don't attract people, but yeah, some of you are heartbroken, or you're just out of a separation, and I'm being told to tell you guys to make sure that you have closure emotionally. Make sure you're available emotionally before you rush into something else. Because I'm telling you, there's something here about, I know Jupiter is the energy of just plenty, right? There'll always be enough, right, Sagittarius? But when cards like this come out, it's like you only have 2 cups left. So there's like, you get 2 more chances with something. Don't get me wrong, the universe is infinite, but I'm telling you this message, apply it however it resonates with you. Like, if you rush in with a broken heart, before you close, if you open a door before you close the other one, you know, even Jupiter trips sometimes. Even Jupiter can experience misfortune, especially now that he's in Capricorn and only rewarding those who work really hard. So, okay, could be dealing with a Scorpio. We have the Death card. So you're going through a lot of change. You're going through a lot of transformation. You have a lot of major arcana. Let me show you these 3 people. We have a Scorpio, we have a Capricorn, and we have a Pisces here. Okay, this doesn't have to be. It could also be a Cancer. There's a whole nother message here, but this is major arcana. So there's something toxic, Sagittarius, that you are ending. All right, there's something here. There's an ending to something that has kept you chained. It was lustful. It was an addiction. Okay, this is death to toxicity, death to the deceitful. Whatever you felt chained in, a home environment, whatever, Sag, it's toxic, it's codependent, something you felt bound to, that's going to end for you. You may end it yourself. And it's like some of you guys are really afraid. I don't know if someone has a Scorpio moon here or a Capricorn moon, but I do see that. Some of you guys are really, I don't like this combination at all. There's just certain combinations that come up in tarot that aren't good. This is like toxicity that's being kept a secret. This is toxicity at a soul level. This is a soul. Now it's a very passionate soulmate. You know, the Devil card is not all bad. It's one of my favorites. You know, I know it has a bad meaning, but you know, you're bound to someone at a soul level secretly, okay? And you're really afraid of this connection. But this is changing. It's undergoing transformation anyways, and you're moving on to calmer waters. And I do feel like there were lies here. Okay, we have the 8 of Wands and the 7 of Swords. This is literally your energy. This is Mercury and Sagittarius. There was a third party here, Sagittarius. Multiple third parties. You, a person, and something else, someone else, a place, whatever it was. But there's a message coming to you guys during this full moon cycle. There might be travel. Someone here, they might be lying about where they're going, or they might just be deceiving you through messages. Like, I don't know what this is. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. I just got a Snapchat from an Aquarius. But yeah, there's some kind of deceitful message coming to you guys. It might be during a celebration. Someone might just be talking to you and they're drunk, and you know, you might have to sneak out of a situation. There may be travel, like in an airplane or just long distance travel, but I don't like this. This is not a truthful message. Or there's a message coming in soon that reveals some kind of sneaky behavior here, Sagittarius. Okay, you're moving from that though. I love that you're moving on from that. It's time to get to calmer waters. All right, for sure. Maybe the new moon in Capricorn. This is the last message I have for you as far as this. The new moon in Capricorn on December 26th. That's when things are going to change for you. Okay, endings and beginnings, transformation, rebirth. Some of you guys are just now getting out of separations. You're charging forward. Like, this is Venus energy. Venus in Sagittarius is wanting you guys. Venus moved into Capricorn though. I keep forgetting that. But yeah, at the time of this new moon though, you had Venus in Sagittarius. So yeah, I don't know. You guys are like making a quick decision. This is someone who broke your heart, like a player. I don't know if you're the player or someone else, Sag, but you know, I just feel like this is about you. The Knight of Wands, rushing forward, expressing yourself, you know, just going in for it for fun. But something happened to where you're feeling heartbroken or separated, maybe from a Scorpio, I don't know. Maybe there's a third party. Someone needs to have a heart-to-heart conversation here. But Sagittarius, your overall message is the 5 of Cups in reverse. So less emotional conflict. This is going to help you seem more expansive to other people. This is going to help you believe in yourself more. You need closure in order to remove yourself from this pessimistic view of what happened between you and another person or a play. You know, all of you feel regret. You're getting out of depression. You're going to be less disappointed, less depressed, less emotionally conflicted. And I think that you're going to get back on your horse with your heartbreak and all. You know, Sagittarius has things to express from their heart, whether it's broken or not. It's still an adventure, right? So what do you believe about yourself, Sagittarius? Do you believe that you're bigger than this depression that you've been struggling with? Do you believe that these emotions can change? Like, do you believe the way you feel can change? Because that is literally the new moon in Sagittarius. Like, you know, I know it's a tough one, but we're all going to learn something from this. And I hope you guys are having a great birthday, no matter what's going on in the cards. Hope that helps, Sagittarius. Let's move to Capricorn. What is the new moon in Sagittarius message for Capricorn? This is an important one. And I see an indication of another card too that I need to talk to you guys about. And it's at the bottom of the deck, so it all checks out. Good. Capricorn. Fancy seeing you here, buddy. There is so much energy in Capricorn right now. Venus, the South Node, Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter has moved into Capricorn, which is a really great thing. This is going to give you guys a lot of optimism. I'm a Capricorn rising, so I'm definitely going to apply this message to myself as well. This is why this is such an important message, Capricorn, because you are going through 12th house energy. Okay, the final house that you can go through until you get back to who you are, right? The next time we talk, well, it'll be for the Gemini full moon, but by the end of the month, I'm gonna have a new moon in Capricorn video out, hopefully. Basically, you're up next for the new moon. Okay, you're up next for your solar return. Like, your birthdays are coming in at the end of this month. There's so much energy in your guys' house. So 12th house, all about endings, and that's obvious because of the card that came out. But you know, as a Pisces, I am the 12th house, and it's that deep subconscious energy. There is no 13th house in astrology. I don't give a shit what people say in Vedic or Sidereal. The 12th house is symbolic for the subconscious of the universe. So it's dark, okay? You have a dark new moon in your 12th house of subconscious darkness, where you have to surrender and release all this past life shit, and that's already happening for Capricorn with the South Node. So listen, there's a lot. Pay attention to your dreams, Capricorn. People find themselves very, very intuitive when they go through like energy, the 12th house. But I would just say that there's a natural energy here of just, you know, ending this 2019, letting people, places, and things that have hurt you just let them go. Because this is an entire new decade that we're entering in. So for the new moon in Sagittarius cycle, we did pull the 10 of Swords. So I know there are Capricorns out there who are going through some things. Okay, pain, betrayal, deception, just whatever. 10 swords, metaphorically, stabbed in your back to where you feel like you're at rock bottom. You know, things that have been said to you, just, yeah, repetitive stabbing and wounds and feeling like a victim. Not an easy energy for Capricorn to go through, and you guys are probably going through it in secret and not talking to anybody or telling anybody anything because you want to seem professional. You want to seem in control. You want to seem, you know, logical and grounded, but it's hard because this is what's coming up for you guys with me. So I know you guys are going through painful endings, but this is what I'm going to say. The Ten of Swords is actually a great card because it releases you, and it allows a situation in your life to end that has been causing you pain for at least 10 weeks, 10 months, 10 years for some of you. I don't know about you, but I would like the ending to 10 swords in my back. It's time for you to take them out of your back, Capricorn, and just hang on to one of them so that you still have your truth. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel. During this very dark, I mean, look how dark that sky is, you know, that's the sun. You see that little bit of yellow there? That's the sun that is slowly but surely making its way into your sign. By the end of December, I said November. By the end of December, by the end of the year, you guys will have clarity. There will be light. But first, we have to get through these endings. We have to shed this pain. You know, Pluto is in our first house, Saturn, South Node. I mean, there's no escape from our fears right now. But this is the universe ending something painful. But Capricorn, because of the amount of energy in our sign, it is up to us. You know, we part of us wants to release control right now, but then we have this other energy, which is probably Saturn, that wants us to step up to the plate. So how do we, please, some of y'all tell me, because it's like I find myself in the middle lately of things that I'm like, do I release and surrender right now, or, you know? So what I'm hearing for us is that it's time to get very clear about the things we have control over and the things we have no control over, because it's not the same. It's not happening at the same time. That's why we're confused. That's why there's this decision, because there's areas in our life right now. It's different for all of us, but there's at least one thing we're in control of, and there's this one thing that we're not. It's about a mixture of the two right now, but we have a decision to make, Capricorn. We have to decide, because you can stay in the Ten of Swords energy, you know what I mean? You have to decide to let this thing end. You have to decide better for yourself. We have a lot of air energy. Maybe it's Mercury that just entered our 12th house, a lot of subconscious dark thoughts, but this is deciding that it's going to be a very painful decision to end this, okay? Very, very painful. Someone has not been making a decision. You have until the Capricorn new moon to make this decision, because we have the new moon up there in that sky. Okay, so until December 26th, there's going to be something that's either, I think it's going to be more painful if we let the universe decide this though, Capricorn. Because either way, it's like destiny's a thing right now. Karma's a thing, especially with Saturn and Jupiter both in Capricorn. That's fate and karma. And then we have the South Node. So karma, destiny, and fate are all in Capricorn. Okay, so there are these endings that we have to choose from. But this is an indication of a stalemate. Like, Capricorn is just like, tap out, like, hold on a second, I just need some time. You know what I mean? Like, I cannot see clearly right now. This is happening in the subconscious. This is an intuitive ending. This is something you've known. It's a person, a place, or thing that you've known was linked to the Ten of Swords. It just causes you pain. It brings you down. It holds you back. It's kept you from making decisions right for yourself for a long time. It's giving you so much anxiety. It's giving you so much anxiety. I do not want to get emotional in this reading, but to have the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Swords and like the Two of Swords in the middle, this is like, a lot of people just don't know what Capricorns are going through right now. Like, even like me right now, you're like trying to hold back the tears. Like, you're deciding between, you're very anxious about a decision, Cap. I mean, Capricorns are extremely anxious right now because of all the energy. Like, there's so much going on. You know, we have an eclipse in your sign coming up soon. Some of you guys made a decision to end something during this moon cycle, and you have a lot of anxiety about it. You're still haunted by this decision. Maybe some of you guys are up late at night because you haven't made a decision. If there's anything worse than making a painful decision, it's like painfully not making a decision. Okay, you're very confused. You're in between this crossroads that, you know, and again, yeah, some of you guys are sleepless nights, having nightmares, anxiety, dark thoughts about what to decide. But then we have the Six of Wands. So it's like in your future, Capricorn, there's some kind of win the universe wants to give you, some kind of victory. You can see this. This is a tension coming from across the horizons. Like, the horizon for you looks like you finally get credit for something. There's a celebration. This is your birthdays coming up on the horizon. You see that yellow? See this bright yellow in this card here? That's the indication here. So beyond this darkness of indecision and anxiety, like, it's very hard to make a decision when you're anxious, right? Because I'm feeling like, I don't know, maybe this, maybe that, I don't know, that's true, and then it's like, oh, that ended, and you know, I am healing that too, is that something might be decided for you because of an ending. If one of these two swords were to end or suddenly disappear, well, she'd be left with a decision, right? So let things end in your life right now. Endings are helping you decide. It's helping you see. There's definitely an indication here of someone who can't see. You know, this is feeling blinded and blindfolding yourself. Okay, the things that that haven't been revealed to you yet until Capricorn season, and things that you're literally like not wanting to see right now, not wanting to decide. You're not ready to see. I'm hearing, I'm not ready to see that. I'm not ready to see that. But too bad, okay? Because we have the Three of Wands. In your future, Capricorn, you're going to be in front of at least 6 people who are congratulating you. Like, there's going to be at least 6 admirers. You're waiting for your ships to come in. You're waiting for something to come in. You're very anxiously waiting. You're smart, Capricorn. There's a decision you haven't made yet. Because it wouldn't be grounded to make a decision here, right? This is not, I don't feel a time pressure. I did at first. Now I don't. I just feel like you're just anxious until this decision needs to be made. But you're just focused on the future, or that's what you should be doing. There will be some juggling. You might be dealing with a Cancer, Capricorn. We have the Chariot, but you're always dealing with Cancer because Cancer is your opposite sign. Cancer wants you to walk away and move forward in spite of these obstacles. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be very victorious after you walk away emotionally and quit juggling these two things, these 2 jobs that you're working at. You might get a promotion and move far away and work somewhere farther, okay? But wow. The Ten of Swords is what came out, and the Two of Swords was what was at the bottom of the deck. So ultimately, Capricorn, this is a time of endings for you, okay? Letting the light come in, letting clarity come in after a long time period of just not feeling too good about yourself, okay? You know, you're going to have to make your mind up about something, you know what I mean? Something that you're very anxious about, something you've lost sleep about. And you need to do it now so that your future can come in, because your future looks bright as shit, okay? You're waiting for this promotion or some kind of decision, but just take it easy, Capricorn. I know right now things are just kind of slowing down. It's like an anxious stoplight. Someone's anxious at a stoplight, and just when things stop at nighttime, that's when your mind starts really getting anxious about things you know are going to end, things you're afraid are going to end, things that have already ended, the endings that are going on within you. It's all mental. It's all mental energy here. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and your thoughts, Capricorn, very important, okay? Endings that you're anxious about, but ultimately the decision is up to you. You are in control, Capricorn. You are the captain. And you have so much energy in Capricorn right now to support you, but this is about what you believe. I don't even know if I talked to you about the 12th house, but when you mix the 9th house and the 12th house, what do you believe about spirituality? Your spiritual beliefs are coming up here, Capricorn. What is it that you like? Please know that seeing is not believing to you. You know, Capricorn, you have the ninth house of belief right behind you, in a very dark, shadowy place. Okay, so seeing is not believing to you. You're gonna need to believe and see what's coming for you through this darkness. All right, that's exactly what all this means. That's exactly what I just said. Things may look dark now and anxious, but by the time of the new year, things are gonna be bright for you. You know, things are going to really turn around for you. Jupiter's in your sign, Capricorn. So what do you believe about this darkness? What do you believe about endings and surrender? And basically, you need to get very clear about that. You need to let that release, because it's going to be Capricorn season soon, and you're heading into a new self. You know, you have so many planets. So this is an ending for you, Capricorn. And it's endings that are going to help you believe in something greater for yourself. Endings that you can learn from. Hopefully that helps, Cap. Alright, let's move to Aquarius. What is the new moon in Sagittarius message for Aquarius, please? New moon in Sagittarius on November 26th through December 26th. Okay, we almost have the Three of Pentacles come out. So some of you guys, there's some kind of plan. Or, we have Saturn at the bottom of the deck. We have the Four of Wands. So I'm going to go ahead and say there's some karma going on right now. And when it comes to marriage, this is both indications of celebration as well. Let's not get ahead of ourselves though, Aquarius. We had the Three of Pentacles, so there's some kind of plan, okay? Some kind of job or cooperation or collaboration that you're trying to work on. Some kind of contract. I definitely feel the energy of a contract. Whoa. All right. So we're going to talk a little bit about this Sagittarius new moon, and I might pull a clarifier for you guys. But Aquarius, this is kind of cool, kind of like Leo. Leo is going through 5th house energy. Leo is the 5th house. Aquarius, you're going through 11th house energy with this Sagittarius new moon. So meaning 11th house, Sagittarius is 11 houses away from you. And you are the 11th house in astrology. So this is going to feel kind of familiar to you. The 11th house, for those of you who don't know, is the house of humanitarianism. It's the house of the collective. It's the house of groups of people and friendship, community, where you live, right? Your wishes, things like that. So when there's a new moon in your 11th house, newness can happen collectively. This is collective adventure. New groups of people that have similar beliefs to you, Aquarius. What do you believe about the collective? This is something beautiful. No wonder Aquarius are so Aquarius, because your 11th house is Sagittarius. So you have a very expansive, expansion meets collectivity. Like, this is collective expansion, for lack of a better term. What do you believe? What can you learn about your friends right now, Aquarius? What can you learn about being a humanitarian? This is essentially learning from yourself, because you are that 11th house energy. I think this is about learning in groups, study groups. Aquarius learns the most from the collective, because you guys have a 11th house Sagittarius, plus you are the 11th house. So it's interesting how astrology confirms these things. Like, Aquarius definitely learns more in groups of people. You guys ever think about how much you learn and expand when there's a crowd of people around you? So this is about beliefs that an entire group has, shared philosophies. What can you learn? How can you expand? You may find yourself over the next 6 months with new friends, right? Where you talk about beliefs, or they believe certain similar things to you, whatever your religion is, because Sagittarius is also about religion, okay? But Aquarius, we have the Tower coming out for you. Interesting. Shock, sudden change, something unpredictable. It's interesting. The only planet, we had a lot of planets retrograde there for a minute, but the only planet that is retrograde right now is Uranus in Taurus, which is your ruling planet. So Aquarius is definitely weird right now, still hanging out in the past a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I mentioned that because this is the energy of Mars. Mars is in Scorpio. So Mars is squaring you, Uranus is squaring you. A lot of people aren't talking about the Aquarius vibration right now and how there's some planets squaring you. But the Tower, this is the ending to something. You guys are going to be going through a lot of enlightenment, a lot of disruption, a lot of shakeups, a lot of change unexpectedly throughout this new moon cycle. Basically November 26th through December 26th. But throughout the next 6 months, Aquarius, things may crumble. This could be an ending to a relationship, a marriage, whatever it is. It was a false foundation. So if a job ends, please know that the universe came in to change this. This is lightning, Aquarius. All right, so you're definitely going to be learning. Okay, this might be the end to a friendship. This may happen to a group of people. This may be destruction in some way. It's something though. It's not all shock is bad. I don't need to tell you that, Aquarius. You know, not being unpredictable is Aquarius's way of being unique. Like, ha, bet you didn't see that coming. Bet you didn't know that I'd be wearing this today, or that I'd be doing this way, because that's because you're ruled by Uranus. Okay, Uranus is the only planet in the solar system that spins on its side, and that's so symbolic for Aquarius, because you guys dance to the own beat of your drum. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Cups. Now it's in the upright. Sagittarius just got this message, but they got it in the reverse. So we've got some disappointment. This is a heavy message for my Aquarians. I'd be interested to know, those of you who resonate. I actually hope some of you don't resonate with this, but the messages are what they are. Somebody here has a lot of regrets. They're very, very disappointed. They're focused on the past. This is a tower that has already happened for the majority of you, the tower. This is something that has crashed and burned. It might have been a home environment, a relationship. Something in your life is, y'all know, it's crumbling down. It's something that has probably already happened, and if it hasn't happened, it's probably going to happen again. But we've got some emotional regret. Okay, someone's focusing on the past, like, why did I let that crumble? You know, like, you're very conflicted emotionally about these changes, Aquarius. This was something you didn't prepare yourself for, so can you really detach from it? You know, because I feel like detaching from something, you kind of have to be prepared for it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel there's an energy here of wow, like, it's hard to shock an Aquarius. It's very hard. That's why you guys like people who are unique. Okay, we are talking about friends here, Aquarius, and so I don't know what your friends believe or anything like that, but what I was gonna say is, like, it's very hard to attract like, if an Aquarius tells you you're unique, or if an Aquarius is shocked by you or impressed by you, it's very interesting. It's actually a good thing, because you guys are into that energy. So this is something that even shocked you, Uranus. This is Mars energy. So I don't know if this was a fight or an action that someone took that kind of might be you, Aquarius. You might have took an action or something, but it's linked to someone in the situation, you or somebody else, really, really focused on it. Like, they're still looking at the remains of that ash and that rubble from that building, metaphorically, and they're thinking, can I rebuild this? Like, can this ever be rebuilt? Like, and I do want to say, for those of you listening, the Five of Cups, although conflicted emotionally, there is more of what you thought. Like, believe it or not, there is more. This tower wasn't completely destroyed, I guess, because the Five of Cups always says that you have more of what you think you lost. Okay, so, and keeping moving, we have the Ten of Swords. Could be dealing with a Capricorn, but this is a painful ending. Like, what? What's going on with Aquarius? All right, it's a lot of endings here. This is definitely an ending. I definitely see an ending that someone regrets, you or somebody else. It's water under the bridge now, but wow, this has really put somebody in a position of defeat. They feel really rock bottom. This is rock bottom. Ten of Swords, Tower is very shocking and painful ending. It could have involved deception or a third party, but it's crashing and burning. Okay, and you guys some of you are experiencing depression because of this. You're experiencing, like, disappointment and regrets, you or someone else. But then we move into the Sun card, so I don't know if this involves children or if this involves a Leo. There could definitely have been an ending to happiness, and this is an ending to light. But it's interesting, there's still a little bit of light there. There's a little bit of light left in the situation. You have clarity. This is about your happiness, Aquarius. Something was meant to end. Okay, it's really interesting. We have depression and happiness here. I don't know if you guys have mixed feelings about this ending, but we have light and dark, basically. This is literally the card for depression and literally the card. So we have some of you guys are feeling kind of optimistic, pessimistic. You have a choice between the way you're going to see these endings in your life, Aquarius. You're going to stand there and stare at this tower burn, or you're going to let this end in the name of your happiness and your own light. You know, that's the decision here. The optimism in this reading is, yes, something has crashed and burned and ended, but there's still happiness to be gained. There's still light. Even going further, we have the Three of Swords. So yeah, this is definitely a heartbreaking situation. I don't know if someone feels like this is the loss of happiness, Leo specifically, or a child. Okay, a lot of regrets. And we have the Death card. Hell of a reading, Aquarius. Like, yeah, this was something that was toxic. Jesus Christ. We have Scorpio, Capricorn, in the Moon, just like Sagittarius did. So there's an ending to something you felt chained to or something like that. Could be dealing with a Capricorn, Pisces, or Scorpio. You know, we have the moon here. So yeah, again, the new moon in Capricorn around Christmas is going to be when this finally ends. That you're going to be heartbroken until then, or experiencing that separation. But you need to move on to calmer waters, Aquarius. If there's any card, I've seen the Six of Swords. Get to calmer waters as soon as you can. All right, this ending, this loss that you felt, this pain, this heartbreak, this separation. The only positive card there is the Sun. So one thing I can say is that you do have the clarity, Aquarius. You can create clarity out of any situation, right? Very painful separation you guys are going through. You had a happiness with this person at one point. But yeah, you want to let the light in, okay? You want to let the light in because we have an indication of that with the Ten of Swords. Like, I love that. Although it involves like maybe a head over heart decision or some kind of conversation. You know, we have the Sun and the Moon here. So this new moon was like the new moon and the full moon. It definitely, there's some separation taking place between the Sun and the Moon, between what you can see and what you're afraid of. And wow, Aquarius. So let's bring all that back. This is what happens when you go through 11th house energy. It's collective. It's not just one new moon you're experiencing. You're experiencing the new moons in Sagittarius. It's going to happen in a group. It's going to feel like a mass coming to you. And I would say so. So I'm just going to set some intention for Aquarius to find the best of light in that situation and all the clarity that they can. 11th house new moon. What do you believe about the collective, Aquarius? How is what you're going through symbolic for all of us, right? How can you connect people? You know, this might be sharing your story. You might have went through something painful. You might have to share it with a group of people that have been through the same thing. Wow. Collective beliefs, Aquarius. All right. Last but not least, Pisces. Hi, Pisces. I always joke with you guys. All right. What is the new moon in Sagittarius message for Pisces? November 26th through December 20th. Ooh, I knew one more was going to come out. So Pisces, hang on. And it's right side up too. Before we reveal these cards, let's talk a little bit about the new moon in Sagittarius. I'm tired too, Pisces. God, this squares us. Okay, so we got Pisces here, Sagittarius here. There's a 90-degree angle that squares us. So conflict, compromise, having to meet in the middle, karma, all of these things come up. Not to mention, Pisces, this is our 10th house. Sagittarius is 10 houses away from us. So while everybody else is partying and having fun, Pisces, sun, moon, and rising, we're feeling the Capricorn energy. We're feeling the seriousness, like, okay, what's going on for the next 10 years? And it's so symbolic because this is the last new moon of, well, it's not the last new moon of the year, but we are ending a decade. So 10-year cycles is super important as we head into Capricorn, but Sagittarius represents a 10-year cycle for us. So the last 10 years of our life, Pisces, and then what we're looking forward to, because Capricorn wants, who gives a fuck about the last decade? That shit was a tragedy. But moving forward, what have we learned that we can apply to our future? Because Sagittarius, Pisces, it's all about our future. Okay, it's all about our goals, our social status in the world, our career. It's our midheaven. So we're actually going through our midheaven with Sagittarius energy, which is essentially like a little mini north node. It's like, it's not quite your karmic destiny, but it's the work you're going to do in the world to get you there. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's heavy. Like my literally back is hurting right now, probably because I've been recording this sitting up, but it's starting to hurt in your reading because it's like, wow, like maybe some of us are working really hard energetically. But Sagittarius wants to expand the future of Pisces. Sagittarius wants to know what Pisces believes now and what they will still believe for themselves in 10 years. Do you still believe what you believed 10 years ago, Pisces? And this is a very serious expansion for you. This is career expansion. This is our goals expanding. This is what we believe. What is our philosophy? And what can we learn? What can we learn, Pisces, about this energy, getting very serious and committed? All right. Anyways, the first card that showed itself was the Seven of Wands. Watch out. Pisces is on the defense because we're going through squares. We're going through, you know, Sagittarius is mutable and Pisces is mutable. So oh God, Pisces. I forgot to mention the square, like between Jupiter that happened with Neptune, and then the sun is going to square, and then Mercury. Basically, there's some planets that have been literally fighting and it's hard for us because we're ruled by Jupiter. So we know that Sagittarius energy, we're just not fire signs. So what I was going to say is that there are so much changing at a Sagittarian level. What we see is changing so much right now, but with Pisces, it's being transmuted through our emotions. So mood swings, to say the least. Yeah. But yeah, we're a little defensive here, Pisces. There's some competition dimension in this card. We feel the need to protect ourselves right now. Pisces, we are the only water sign without a protective shell. So we don't have what Scorpio and Cancer have. We are fish. We can't leave the water. Okay, so yeah, we're probably trying to like avoid our emotions a little bit. You can see that guy's feet down there. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be in that position up there that guy is in his feelings. It's hard to protect yourself or defend yourself, I'm hearing, when you're in your feelings. Okay, this person is worried, but they're on guard. This is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I don't know who these other 6 people are. Okay, Pisces, you had got some kind of attention. There was some kind of victory, or you were winning too much, and somebody caught on, and now it's like maybe even the universe itself is coming at you to kind of test that. I'm hearing push back. This is like a battle. It's protecting. It's feeling the need to stand up for yourself. Like Pisces, stand up for yourself. If there's any time to do that, it's Sagittarius season. Like, so you're standing up for your beliefs for sure. You're standing up for your future, your legacy. If I haven't mentioned that, this is about what you believe you're leaving behind, Pisces. Yeah, you're standing up. This may be at a career. I don't have a career. This is my career. So for those of you guys who like actually work out in the real world, I don't know if there's competitiveness, people competing over who gets this, and I don't know, but there's some energy, and you guys are very, very psychic, so you're gonna know who this is people who are below you, Pisces, and I say that in the most humble way. They're look at the card, you can't even see their face. They're not even in the picture. You can't even get in the club. How you gonna hate from the outside of the club? You can't even get in. So yeah, how you gonna hate from the bottom? You know what I'm saying? This person is in a higher position. I think this is us, Pisces. We're expressing something. We're defending somewhere that we've climbed. Okay, and the card that wanted to come out right with that, because I did want to know more, like why? And we have the Four of Swords. So it's time to just stop everything, Pisces. I have totally been in the Four of Swords energy. Quiet, peace, prayer, meditation, healing, mentally just taking a fucking break, because we have been just mentally, we've been really fighting. Okay, I don't know if this was an argument or something like that, but we've been protecting ourselves. It could just even be the feeling of having to protect ourselves, Pisces. It's exhausting. Like, I don't like to be in situations where I feel the need to protect myself, because I just would rather be in like a nice ocean where everybody's swimming and there's love and there's hearts and everything's pink. But you know what I'm saying? Neptune is no longer retrograde. Like, it's direct. It's a dog-eat-dog world out here, and there's something in all of our lives that we're pushing away, or that we're fighting or blocking or on guard. You know what I mean? Like, we're just defensive. Like, don't fuck with me. You know, I woke up like that today. And we're also trying to heal. This could be someone else. I don't want to put Pisces completely under the bus, because we could be dealing with this is the universe itself. This energy is what Pisces is feeling with this new moon. That's a square. Squares can feel the need, like you know, like, I don't want to compromise or something like that. We could be fighting ourselves, Pisces. Could be fighting ourselves. But if this is someone else's energy, we're trying to heal. Like, it's been too hostile for these fish out here, okay? And we're trying to heal. Like, there might be people in our environment or other people who are attached to this, like, win all, fight all energy, like, defend. And Pisces are so sweet and sharing. So we're like, you know, there's enough room up here for all 7 of us. Like, you could come up here and win with me, and, you know, you could have this position, and you know what I'm trying to say. And it's like, Pisces, I don't know if that's working. So we might just need to kind of, similar to Capricorn, like, you know, time out. Let me just, like, you know, sleep a little bit on this. You know, you might need to sleep on this fight or something like that. Pull back, Pisces. This is literally like a calming energy of meditation and praying, especially those of us who feel the need to protect ourselves. And some of us are feeling the need to protect ourselves from, like, not things that are alive, like spirits and like vibes, okay, psychic attack and shit. Meditation is the medication here, okay? You guys definitely need to be meditating during this square, okay? Bottom of the deck, Pisces, is the Two of Wands. This is a total Sagittarius New Moon vibe. It came out for the new moon message for everybody. It's a choice. You want to continue fighting, Pisces, in this environment that you know has you on guard all the time? Like, can you really be loving and spiritual and kind in an environment that is hostile? you have a choice between not only comfort and growth, but I feel this is a choice between these two cards. You know, one of the okay, that's interesting. I kind of felt a different thing with that first, but then when I put the cards up like this, it's like, because I was totally gonna give a message about, you know, because it's up to us. But you can see, what I don't know if I can even put this into words, Pisces, but this is what I'm gonna say. There's a decision to continue being in an environment that you're sleeping in. Yeah, you can meditate there and it's peaceful, or so take it however, because I feel two different polar, and this is our two different fish here. There's basically a decision between, there's a road in your life coming up, Pisces, where you're going to have to stand up for yourself. You're going to have to protect yourself a lot more. You're not going to be able to sleep and stay calm and stay quiet like this. So the choice is yours. I feel all of us have to make different decisions, but it's going to come down between peace and violence. Like, for some of us, it depends on what we've been doing. If we've had nothing but fights and fights and fights, maybe we do need to take the Four of Swords road. But if we've been comfortable and sleeping, and there's if we're just scared, because the universe wants us to take a stand. Like, the universe sees us for what we actually are, Pisces. And even if we're not holding our own world in our hand, the universe is on our side. So I'm just going to say it like this, not to confuse everybody between peace and violence and all that, although some of us are going to resonate. We have a decision between comfort and growth. I don't know which is which for us. Is it gonna comfort you to be able to meditate, or is it gonna grow you to be able to meditate? Is it gonna comfort you to stand up for yourself and fight for yourself, or is that something you're already used to? Okay, I'll put it like that. This is a decision between something you're used to, something you felt it's old. You know what I mean? It's between where you've been and where you're going, Pisces. You know, you're definitely hanging on to someone. You're hanging on. You're trying to save money or something like that. This is definitely a choice between comfort and growth. This talks about expanding your horizons. Sagittarius wants us to. And this talks about holding on to something because it's comfortable. Okay, it could be a foundation, could be money, but we do have apologies coming in. We do have offers. A lot of earth energy here. Okay, it could be that Capricorn season, but there's going to be new sparks, possibly with earth sign women, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And offers for money and job, like new projects. Yeah, we have an indication here of the Ten of Wands. So although we're burdened, there's going to be new sparks. Okay, Pisces, I do feel like we're being a little bit, because when I pull this card and the Nine of Wands, those are the two cards that portray literally like feeling the need to protect yourself and like really defensive. So Pisces are really being those sharks right now. But I feel like there's something new coming in that's going to help you release something old, and it's going to put you at this crossroads. You have your own world in your hand, Pisces, and then here's our message for the Sagittarius. I mean, I didn't expect something too great because this moon squares us. So do you believe in yourself enough to fight, Pisces? Do you believe in this position enough? Because there's a future that is on the table for Pisces, our future selves. And it's like we need to heal now because there's going to be things we have to stand up for. I'm hearing there's a position that with your name on it, Pisces. I don't know what that is. It's going to be different for all of us, but there's something that is ours, and it's ours to defend. Okay, so we're gonna need to heal now until it's time for that. But we're definitely defending our future and our beliefs. You know what I mean? Like, I believe in this, so I'm gonna stand up for this peacefully. Oh, this is a peaceful protest. Wow. You might be giving someone a silent treatment. I'm feeling silent treatment vibes here, but this is a peaceful protest. Yeah, the way Pisces, it took me a little minute, guys, but I'm a Pisces, so I swim my way through the messages. Yeah, some of us, the way we're taking a stand for ourselves is by just disappearing, sleeping, meditating. Instead of responding to someone's messages, we might just like respond telepathically. Like, Pisces, they're really understanding some things. So yeah, this is a non-violent protest. Like, I don't want to fight anymore. I'm just going to be here in my peace because I got a decision to make, man. Am I going to hold on or let go of this? So I'm proud of you, Pisces. You want to meditate right now on what you can see coming in the future for you. I just pulled the Hermit. Could be dealing with Virgo. You could be maybe you're just isolating, trying to be very wise. But yeah, we have the Hermit and the Ten of Swords. So be very wise about the pain you're feeling, Pisces, and just heal it, my love. So hopefully that helped, Pisces. Let's get one last card for everyone. Let's get one last card for the Sagittarius New Moon, please. One last card. Ooh, we got some Taurus energy. So our beliefs and what we believe to be traditional for ourselves is going to be important. Now we have a card coming out, guys. I'm just going to go with it. similar to the Pisces message. 10 of Wands. Okay, Sagittarius is a very fiery sign, and sometimes they can find themselves burdened by all that they're carrying. So this new moon is ending certain burdens, certain cycles that are heavy for us. Okay, it's time to release the heaviness, because how can somebody be optimistic and believe and have faith in this? I mean, we've been working really hard. That's one meaning of this card, but some of us need to take a fucking break from that, because I feel like our wishes are going to fulfill themselves. We have someone who's healing from all that we've been carrying, but we have wish fulfillment because of karma. Okay, we have some kind of wish fulfillment, a financial fulfillment. We have 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. So it's about fulfilling our own wishes through healing this burden. Everyone always talks about releasing this burden, but I don't know if anyone's ever tried to heal it. You know, this is literally the end to a very heavy cycle. And, you know, that's the 2020 energy, the end of a decade, the end of a year, you know, going into Capricorn energy. So Sagittarius New Moon is about healing heavy weight so that we can feel lighter, so that we can start back over to the Ace of Wands. This is a message about healing an ending, a heavy ending, heavy healing. But yeah, we want the Ace of Wands, right? We want the new spark. We want the new manifestation, the magic, the passion. Sagittarius New Moon energy is trying to give us new passion, new manifestations and power. But we're being told that we need to heal from these burdens first. When somebody has carried this amount around, they need to take time. Don't just jump into something else, Sagittarius, is what they're saying. Yeah, you don't just jump right into the Ace of Wands. You need to give yourself time to heal. So as these things end and release from us, give yourself time to sleep, rest, heal, meditate, and pray. And that is when all your wishes will be fulfilled, probably by yourself. So thanks guys for listening to my new moon in Sagittarius reading. Even though the new moon happened on November 26th, still relevant, still messages people need to hear. I'll see you on the flip side.